second most, and then lesbians have the least sex at 0 sex because you need a penis for sex. Well, I don't...
This is Ryan Long, a hilarious comedian that conservatives will love. Ryan is a lot edgier than other comedians that I've featured, so if that's not your cup of tea, go ahead and click away from the video and I'll see you next time. If not, let's get into it.
Sometimes girls try to pull the feelings out of you, you know? You ever had your girl psychoanalyze you where they'll be like, your friend didn't show up at your event, did that hurt your feelings? They're like, what the fuck? I don't care.
Yeah.
He's gonna do whatever he wants. He's now a grown man, you know? And then she's like, it just seems like something a friend wouldn't do, you know? And then before you know it, you're like, you know what? Yeah, f Chris. Like, doesn't support me, you know what I mean? Can't believe Chris would do that to me. And then they think they're right. They're like, aren't you happy you had those feelings inside and you got them out? You're like, I don't think they were in here. I think you put them here. I think you planted them like a dirty cop. Planting evidence in my body. Coming in just like, I think we found a bag of resentment. You're like, that was not that. You put that there. I was just gonna get political for 1 second because I do believe that they should release the hostages, and by that I mean Bill Belichick's girlfriend should release him. By the way, I'm not confused by it. I know a lot of people are like, why would he do that? You know? Yeah. And you're like, he likes young and she likes money. Like, it's not that complicated, but you gotta be careful with dating younger girls, right? It has not worked out well for celebrities. Johnny Depp started dating a younger girl, shit in his bed, right? Alec Baldwin started dating a younger woman, killed a guy. Like, what? Elon Musk started dating a younger woman, instead of running his billion-dollar companies, now he just works at the government. Like, it's not, things aren't going good. Because older men don't know how to say no to a 24-year-old girl. Like, 24-year-old guys have terrible ideas too, but we know how to tell them to fuck off, you know? 24, that's why, you know how they've been saying, can 100 men beat a gorilla? What they should say is, can 100 men over 70 say no to one 24-year-old girl?
That's a harder challenge.
She was running this whole business, and her whole job as a publicist was to make people talk about his book, his career, and not his personal life. And after they finished, people exclusively talk about him fucking her. So she has done maybe the worst job imaginable. And because they ask questions, they're like, how long you guys been together? And she goes, we're not answering that. Like, if I asked you right now, I'm like, how'd you guys meet? And you were like, move on. Like, she doesn't want to say, you know, I was the receptionist at the hemorrhoid clinic. Like, so. I don't know, is there any girls here that have dated like a fucking guy 50 years older for the money? I guess you're not gonna admit it, but the benefit of dating a guy that's 50 years older is if he asks you to choke him, you just turn down the oxygen. The main position you use doggy style, which is you cleaning up his shit. You're still on your hands and knees. And by the way, I'm dating a younger woman. I won't tell you how young. I just say she can't get her license.
Oh my gosh, right.
Because women are bad at driving, but no, it is a little funny dating a girl like younger than you. You know what I mean? Because they don't know the references and stuff like that. They don't know your favorite artists, and you're like, lady, you were born in 2017. You don't know who R. Kelly is?
Oh my gosh.
A lot of times the girls will get the most mad when like an older guy dates like a younger girl. Same thing like when black guys date white women, a lot of black women will be like, why are you dating white women? I mean, to be fair, white guys aren't crazy about it either, but. You guys have an age gap? I know you've been talking amongst yourselves, but that's what I've been talking about here for the last couple of minutes. 4 years? Okay, that's not bad. You look amazing, yeah. Let's see the tits. Like, let's just. And you've been together for how long?
26 years.
26 years. Yeah. You guys are reconnecting. You've been doing most of it during the show.
I think you're, like, so insightful and amazing.
How would you know? You haven't heard a word I said. That's like a fucking girl that you're fucking on her phone the whole time, being like, no, yeah, you're laying pipe for sure. You are tuning me up. I've never experienced dick like this, yeah. I'll be feeling it tomorrow for sure. Never taken dick on this level. You... She didn't even listen to me say that! I'm being cocked.
It's okay, Ryan. I think they're both high.
You are adorable.
Thank you.
If I was a little younger, we would talk.
Aren't you supposed to be rekindling your marriage? You're out here propositioning yourself to the fucking clown mid-show? What do you think of that? You want to bring me in for a threesome tonight? Well, what? Oh, just with me.
Drunk at least. Drunk at least.
Oh! Oh, you're one of those guys who likes to watch. Because he is making aggressive eye contact right now. Like an insane amount. We have the chair set up. And I'm gonna go in the room, he's just gonna be smoking a cigarette. Let's see those moves, funny man. Not so funny anymore, she's pegging me. He's in the corner in a gimp mask. Consider our marriage officially rekindled.
You get older, you get more experience.
Yeah, okay.
There's a lot of guys here. Hello?
You're saying you have experience? Or you're saying he has experience? Oh, did you guys see that? I go, are you saying you have experience or him have experience? She goes, fucking this guy. He's got experience mopping up after. You're a divorce lawyer. Did you hit him with the prenup or what?
And post-op.
Post-op? Why'd you have more money than him? This guy's just getting cocked non-stop, dude. I'm on your side now. This guy comes out here, his wife talks his ear out the whole comedy show, propositions the comedian, calls him broke, and then on top of that, she's gonna represent herself in court. And ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the reason I need a divorce from my small-dicked husband, that's what she would say. I didn't say you're small. She said that in the future hypothetical scenario. Don't look at me. Don't shoot the messenger. I think your dick's huge, my friend. I think you pop it out like this. Yeah, I think you give her the 6 top inches, then the 6 bottom inches, and then the 6 middle inches, and it's still not enough for her. There's this girl on Big Brother, JoJo Siwa, and she was like a lesbian, and then she came out and said she's straight. Did you see that? Proving what I've been saying forever, that you can flip lesbians and you should be trying, you know what I mean? Yeah, they always get mad at me when they're like, I'm a lesbian, and I'm like, challenge accepted. Like, you know what I mean? They told me to stop telling them that, wearing a lesbian Slayer shirt with a pair of scissors crossed out. I get in trouble when a girl tells me she's a lesbian and I'm like, well, I'm like a human vibrator. Like, they don't like that. And then I start buzzing. They never seem to like it when I tell them that they're a little pale from the lack of vitamin D and then I point to my dick. But, hey, it is what it is. Also, the best part is Mickey Rourke is the one who flipped her a little bit. You guys see Mickey Rourke kind of looks like half man, half leather, like sort of thing. Just like a cigarette draped in a human flesh kind of thing. And then Mickey Rourke was kind of like, oh yeah, you're a lesbian? Give me 4 days, I'll flip you. And then she was like, no you won't, because she sort of sounds like me a little bit.
She does, actually.
And then 2 days later, she's like, I'm flipped. Turns out I am flipped. It's not as big of a deal for a girl to be a lesbian and come back as straight, right? I'm not saying lesbians are fake. Like, I'm sure Ellen's never gonna be like, need some dick. Like, obviously, but sometimes girls will just sleep with girls for social reasons. You know, it is. I know a girl that she was a lesbian, then she married a guy, and she goes, I just hated men, so I started sleeping with women. And you're like, all right, fine, but you know, I've like met some guys that hate women, never that much, I guess, you know? I've never met a guy that's like, fucking, wife took everything, dick me, ah!
Oh my gosh.
Fucking women telling me what to do. Telling me I can see the kids every second week and bring her in, boys, you know. Telling me stories without a point. Like, you just don't see that. I mean, it's just easier to flip back and forth for a woman, right? Like, a girl can come back, like, made out with a friend, crazy night. If a guy comes back from a work party, he's, like, sucked off Craig, like, you know what I mean? Like, you just became, like, a different dude, you know what I mean? You can't go to the engineer Christmas party and come back like, Doug tuned me the fuck up last night. That guy did some damage. Even it's like a birthday present, sometimes girls will be like, oh, I'm gonna make out with a girl because it'd be hot, right? But you think you'd like that if he goes, you came home and he's like, happy birthday. Just,
Oh my gosh,
just want to do something for you, you know? You'd be like, what? I thought you wanted it.
That is a visual I did not need.
It's not the same. That's why even the threesomes, right? Like when a two girl guy threesome, that's why it's like more acceptable. It's not. You know what the difference between the two threesomes is? A girl guy threesome is kind of like there's a hockey player and then there's two goalies and he still scores. You know what I mean? Whereas like a guy girl threesome is there's two hockey players and then they go to a bar and fuck some drunk chick and never call her again. And go back home to their girlfriends. And that's the difference. So that's why it's not as big of a deal for JoJo Siwa to be she's not a lesbian anymore. Guys don't care. If a girl's like, I'm not a lesbian anymore, we're like, whatever, you barely were anyway, you know what I mean? When a guy's like, I'm not gay anymore, we go, yeah, you are. You know, we treat a girl coming back from being a lesbian like a girl coming back from being Christian, where she's like, I'm not Christian anymore. You're like, you probably just went to church because your parents wanted you to. There was some social reasons. We treat a guy coming back from being gay like a guy from coming back from joining ISIS. You better have a really good explanation. If you come back to a job interview and it's like, it says on your resume you were in ISIS for 9 years. You're just like, yeah, I just got tired of all the hairy men. I don't know what to tell you. I no longer want to get on my knees 5 times a day, and... Are you guys all pumped about the 6 female astronauts that went into space? Why? Why are you booing? You don't think women should go to space? Or you're like, you have one of those old-fashioned opinions, like, oh, if women are in space, who's making dinner? Well, I'm not that type of comedian. Oh, what are you thinking? Oh, they probably tried to go to the moon and then they got lost because they can't read maps, ended up in space. You're looking at me probably thinking Jeff Bezos paid $500 million to get some peace and quiet. I'm not that type of comedian. By the way, is that not hilarious that like girls across the board didn't even like that flight because they came back and they were like, girl power, we went to space, and every girl's like, go f yourself.
Yeah.
Like, shut up, Katy Perry, you know what I mean? I think you can't do girl power stuff when the economy's bad, you know? A little bit. When the economy's good, you're like, we did this for women. When the economy's bad, they're like, women went to space. They're like, no, you went for space. I can't pay my rent. Like, that's fine a little bit right now. Hey, I don't like it if guys are like, I did this for men. I'd be like, what the fuck? Or maybe if things are going good, you take that. Like if everyone had a fun night and you and your boys are like having a good night and he comes back and he's like, dude, I got laid tonight. Everyone would be like, nice, you know? But if everyone in the crew hasn't got in 8 months, and then the one guy comes back like, I just had a threesome for us. He's like, smell my fingers, we got You'd be like, but he's like, as a unit, men got some pussy. Do not bring me into this. And by the way, I'm a white dude. My identity I could never do that with. Like, you know, there's no way I could come back from a space flight and be like, another successful mission from the white man. Like, you know.
Yeah, white pride is frowned upon.
We did it, boys, you know. Went in on the come up. We did this. White men, everyone be like, yo. I got tired of colonizing Earth. I just tried to give space a try. Like, you know. No one will be happy with that. The only way you could be pro-white, I think, is if you're the underdog. Like, you could never be like, oh man, went to space. Like, but if like every now and then, like a white dude dunks on like a big black guy in the NBA, you could be like, the boys are back. Like, just like a little tiny bit every now and then you can do. Also, I think we're at the stage of celebrities where it's kind of like we're just annoyed by them. I think, is that fair to say? Yeah, you put your exactly right. It kind of feels like it's like you've been dating for 10 years and they're like everything they do is just annoying. You're like, why are you breathing like that kind of business? You know what I mean? Like that's how. Like she came back from space, Katy Perry, and she goes, I was getting in touch with my divine femininity. If you were on first date trying to get pussy, you'd be like, you're so interesting, you know? If you're dating for 10 years and she comes back and she goes, you go, what did you do today? She goes, I got in touch with my divine femininity. You go, well, you were supposed to be in touch with the cable company. Like you had one fucking job. And you sat around all day doing what exactly? Getting in touch with your divine femininity? What does that mean? Even Me Too shit. Like if a girl you start dating, she's like, that guy looked at my tits. You're like, do I have to fight him? Where is he? Let's fucking go, you know? After a couple years, your girl's like, that guy looked at my tits. You're like, well, put a fucking bra on. How about that? Your nipples.
Oh, the front. Oh my gosh.
If your girl's like, that guy looked at my tits, you're like, I mean, lady, what do you expect? They're out. They are out and about. Right, but first night, you'd be like, oh, what a crazy thing for a guy to do. Let me fight him. I guess I'm fighting your coworker now. How dare he look at your tits?
Oh my gosh. That's a bold decision. Sit in front row with those headlights on.
Out and about. Even singing, right? She was singing, Katy Perry was singing What a Wonderful World. If she came out first date, what a wonderful world, you wouldn't want to. You'd be like, you have the voice of an angel. You know? 10 years in, you're like, what are you, 4 years old? Stop singing. You're on the road lost. Like, maybe took a wrong turn somewhere and she's like, I see skies of blue. Shut up. Yeah, we're not done with influencers, period, I think. Just like, you know, you're allowed to be famous and rich and influencers, but you don't also get to be like, I'm better than you, you know? Like Mr. Beast, he wants to be like a good guy now, and you're like, fuck right off, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You've seen it, he'll be like, I put 10 men in a pod, and if each of them can suck me off, if each man can suck me off to completion, they will be awarded their AIDS medication, eh? Hey, everyone doesn't have to be an influencer. Dude, I've been talking about this on my podcast, but there's this woman, she's like a hot, like 22-year-old, and she's a plumber influencer, which is like hilarious, you know what I mean? Like, if you clogged the toilet, you want a hot 22-year-old walking in, setting up a ring light, you're like, what are you doing? Sets up the cameras, comes in your face, like, oh, this guy did some damage. Ooh, what'd you eat there, pal? This is a mess. Oh. No, you want a guy named Carl who stormed the Capitol. That's who you want. That's who you want. With a phone from World War II. And he's playing Snake Off. Man, I don't think it's sexist. I think the same way as a woman. Like, if you went to get a pedicure, do you want Carl who stormed the Capitol? No, you want an Asian woman who's talking shit about you behind your back, right? You don't want Carl walking in like, all right, let's see the toes, you know? I don't know if you've seen, there's been like 100 articles recently about how kids are getting radicalized by alpha male content. Have you guys seen? By the way, I get fucked up by it sometimes too, where you open your phone, it's like, if you sleep, you're gay, and I'm like, what the fuck?
These Andrew Tate tights.
Yeah, the blogs have tried everything to get the kids to stop watching. They even tried putting tampons in their bathroom. That didn't help. They tried telling them the men wear dresses now. That wasn't working. Because the guy over here is like, get rich. And they're like, how about get gay and respect? And they're like, I think I'm going to go with this guy. And the blogs were like, what the hell? What's going on here? If we write an article about how you're toxic, will that help? You know? And then they're like, all right, final offer. How about you guys can play in women's sports? Is that doing it? But these kids are jacked up on testosterone. They're 16, and they're like, why do you like that shit? And it was like, you remember what it was like to be 16 jacked up on tea? Two high tea guys like me and you know what I mean? You know, I've been there, you know. But it has bad parts too. Like, if you have less testosterone, you're 30% less likely to commit crimes. Yeah, you're also 100% more likely to be a bitch, but, but they're so confused why these kids want the alpha male content telling them how to get pussy, get rich, and get jacked. They even tried making videos telling men to cry. Have you ever seen those commercials? Where it'll be like a guy that looks like hard as fuck, like a Mexican gangster, and he'll be like, crying's not just for putos, you know. Or it'll be like a guy that's like a construction worker, and he'll be like, emotions are for cool guys. Crying's amazing. I cry twice a day. The best part is, you find out that he wasn't a construction worker. It was an actor from Hollywood that they put in a construction worker outfit to say construction worker. Isn't that offensive to construction workers? A guy doing construction worker face and be like,
Construction worker face?
we cry. Like, that's crazy.
That's constructionist.
Like, what do you do for a living? IT. Can you imagine they did a commercial where they put on an IT suit, and what's your name? Robert. They go, I'm Robert from IT, and I kiss my dad on the lips. IT guys hold hands with their friends. Nothing wrong with crying yourself to sleep daily. It's like so offensive. Can you imagine, guys, like we made our version of that commercial? We just get a girl from Hollywood, we put her in like a woman's like traditional outfit where she's just like a housewife, and she's like, as a woman, sometimes we do need to calm down. Or just deck a fucking girl up in futurist feminists, get her the purple hair. She's like, I speak for all feminists to say, we are overreacting often. Yeah, we need to start doing that. How about that Hollywood actor? I want to start putting on like a musical theater outfit. Just being like, I'm a musical theater student, and I think emotions are gay. How about that? How about that? Well, we're fucking lying about what people think, you know? All of their solutions for men problems are just things they want. They'll be like, men are committing suicide just because you're not talking about your feelings enough. You're like, I don't think that's it. A lot of times girls are like, I want a guy to talk about his feelings. Then the guy actually talks about his feelings. She's like, didn't love it. Yeah, Kanye West told everyone how he felt. How did that work out for him? How did that work out? Because the girl's like, tell me your feelings. Then some poor guy believes her, and he's like, okay, now he's in trouble because he's like, I just feel like Sandy Hook didn't happen. Then, hey, I thought you wanted to know my feelings. I feel that we should have a threesome with your sister. These are my feelings.
What do you think about Ryan Long? Should I feature more? Check out the link in the description down below for Ryan's YouTube channel and his tour dates. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Conservative Vibes. I'm CV, and I'll see you in the next video.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Memes of the Week. The best thing you can do for this channel is smash that like button on this video like it's a pre-transition Ellen page, so it reaches a wider audience. And now on with the memes. Number 1, this place closed its self-checkout aisle because of dishonest people. But what background do you suppose those dishonest people came from? But seriously, That's one of the reasons why there's always workers at the self-checkout aisle. They're there to make sure that people stay honest. This is what happens when you have a low-trust soy side. But when I was a kid, you could write a check to the cashier to pay for your groceries, and they trusted you enough so that it wouldn't bounce. Up next, this woman was on Tinder and she accidentally swiped left on the guy she wanted, and had a huge crush on. Then she bought Tinder Premium for $10 just so she could go back and swipe right, and he rejected her and didn't match with her. Maybe this is the only time in history that a woman paid for Tinder. She paid to get rejected. Now she knows what it feels like to be the average male on dating apps these days. Congratulations. Number 3, this 18-year-old has a 60-year-old boyfriend. Why is she with him? It must be because of his wonderful smile, or maybe it's his drooping dipstick. But seriously, he could be a biker and she's attracted to all the danger, or he might remind her of the father that she never had. As for being a gold digger, he might be gone in 10 or 20 years, and if they have some children together, he's going to leave her the money. So yeah, she's definitely a gold digger. Moving on, some people say that instead of being a poor guy over 30 that's single forever, dating fat girls or single moms, that you should go for Asian women instead. But it's a trap. Figuratively, yes, and literally if you look for them in the Philippines and Thailand. From my experience, Asian women tend to be very negative and mean-spirited and give me anxiety. I'd rather stay single than deal with that. They put on fake smiles and were all about material wealth like houses and cars, and thought I was lying about my assets. Number 5, here's the difference between a 50-year-old in 1985 versus one in 2025. But why did the Golden Girl look so much older? Maybe it was just the adults acted their age back then. But I think it's all about their hairstyles. Here are the Golden Girls with longer hair. Women think that getting their hair cut short as they get older makes them look way more attractive. Well, it doesn't, and this proves why many women today look younger longer. As for Aniston, here's what she really looks like. Woof woof. Moving on is Trump trolling the left, saying that he doesn't want refugees one moment, but then he's taking in South African ones the next. Then again, what he really means is he doesn't want illegal refugees, and the farmers in South Africa are applying because the government is about to confiscate their land and impoverish them. You also know this has Elon Musk's hands all over it. I'm sure he wants nothing more than the current South African government to fail. Number 7, the average family in the 1950s could afford this house. So what went wrong? I say wealth inequality and the lowering of taxes on the ultra-wealthy. Back then, if you made over $2.24 million in 1955, your taxable income on that bracket was 91%. But taxing the ultra-wealthy won't work today, because they can simply move to another country with lower taxes, and even if they couldn't, the governments today are far more likely to waste money than in the 1950s. Also, women entering the workforce put a lot of pressure on the price of labor. Moving on, what new form of oppression will the wokesters think of next? Apparently they just came up with right-handed privilege. Of course, you know, an idea like that could only come from someone with a hairdo like that. You definitely know that they don't have pretty privilege. This is insane. Right-handers are the majority, but we need to pay attention to the minority of left-handers. They did that while I was growing up, and there were hundreds of left-handed scissors that no one could use. Number 9, Rachel says that asking your wife for a DNA test should be a criminal offense. If you don't trust her, why marry her in the first place? It's not about trust. It's about the fact that many women turn their men into cocks raising another man's brood, and I'm sick and tired of it. Doing that to a man should be a capital offense for a woman, punishable by death. Only a woman with something to hide would say that you need to trust her. Up next, aren't you as tired as I am about articles like this, talking about the perverse curse of toxic masculinity? Women always tend to bust your balls first and then play the victim card. And women are wondering why more men than ever are walking away from the plantation. Here's the world without toxic masculinity, where the garbage men go on strike and the rats roam the streets. This is only after 1 month. Without so-called toxic men in the West would look like India in less than a few months. Number 11 is a feminist writing the word fascist on the side of a Cybertruck. But doesn't she really mean fascist? If that even is a she. Hard to tell at that size. This individual is probably too stupid to realize that they're being filmed by the Tesla's camera. But I think we've all been had because judging by the Jeets in the background, they look AI generated, with weird faces and hands. What I'm wondering is how AI knew to make the fat person gender ambiguous. Moving on, and speaking of lacking pretty privilege, this woman spent her savings on an elite matchmaking agency, only to meet an array of mediocre males. She paid for chads and she didn't get them. But she's no Stacy either. She's probably doing this to shame the agency and force them to give back her money. She's probably convinced they lied about her prospects. They should have introduced her to a dozen cats instead. Let me guess, she rates herself as a 10. Number 13, here are 3 teachers all charged with having sex with underage students in the same Arizona town. If male teachers were doing this, it would be considered a national emergency. Also, why do they call it having sex with instead of grape? I feel bad for those male students, especially considering how ugly these Broomhildas are. And yet most of them are still married. Lots of thirsty simps out there and students. They always downplay female abusers. Up next, meet the Spanish AI model earning up to £10,000 a month. Looks like Tim Pool is trying to decide if she's hot or not. If it's not obvious by now, real women will be out of work on OnlyFans once AI starts creating short clips of scenes. And just wait until you can put on augmented reality glasses and that AI model is projected onto a robot that you can smash. Then women will lose their sexual attention as well. Women are about to beg for the mythical patriarchy to return, even though it never existed. Number 15, is it my imagination, or are the Karens on the left evolving or something? This one actually made a joke that works, saying to grab Elon by his testicles. Every once in a while they come up with something that makes me chuckle, but I don't think they did this intentionally. I think it's more like a broken clock being right twice a day. This woman is also probably bitter because no Chad ever let her touch his testicles before. Up next, apparently this Sesame Street Muppet will become the first to experience homelessness. Meanwhile, Oscar the Grouch has been living in a trash can for 49 years. Just goes to show that most male suffering is invisible, and does suffering only matter if it comes attached with the cooch? I'm sure that they'll say that Oscar isn't technically homeless, and that his trash can is his home. So maybe give this homeless female Muppet a dumpster, and she won't be homeless either. Number 17, if you don't see it, then you're just lying to yourself. See what? That their eyes are getting farther and farther apart. Maybe their parents were vegan, so the daughters are de-evolving back into prey animals or something. I don't know about you, but I kind of find it attractive when their eyes are a bit further apart. It means they're probably easier to get into bed on account of having a mild case of sexy fetal alcohol syndrome. Up next, short kings are often given the advice not to worry so long as they're taller than the woman they want. Meanwhile, women's standards have gone up so much that they're looking for men without the pronouns fee, fi, fo, fum. Women's height fetish is insane, even though there are little to no physical threats to protect themselves from these days. Men want women with large knockers because it means the likelihood of children surviving youth is a lot higher. We can't seem to overwrite that desire, even though we know there's a ton of formula on store shelves out there. Number 19, a woman is jailed for recording hundreds of men using a toilet at Aldi. Really? So that's what passes for a woman these days. She was probably caught by posting online saying, "Look at all these nuts." But let me fix this title to represent reality. Gay autistic male jailed for recording hundreds of men using the toilet at Aldi. In 1984, the party told you to reject the evidence of your own eyes and ears. It was their final, most essential command. Moving on, this actual woman shares her body count before and after opening her marriage. But what I want to know is why she puts black men into a separate category from white guys. I guess home math never adds up unless, of course, you're watching the Home Math YouTube channel. Women used to hide that number, and now they're flaunting it more and more. Looks like God might have flooded the planet way too soon. Then again, maybe he's planning something special for this generation. Number 21, looks like Disney making Snow White and losing hundreds of millions of dollars wasn't about making or losing money, but it was all about sending a message. What message? That woke ideology is more important than profits. I think that wokeness is just an excuse from private equity to make a ton of money shorting Disney. After all, it's a lot easier to destroy a profitable company than it is to build a profitable one. If you destroy a profitable company while shorting it, you can make an absolute fortune. Up next, are you guys ready to date a virgin? She just happens to be a single mother. So I guess according to her, she probably had an immaculate conception. Stranger things have happened. Here's another proud virgin with 3 children. Number 23, this Turkish influencer who married herself ends herself at the age of 26. I guess she was too much to handle, and that this will be considered a murder-suicide. The situation could also suggest that she really needed a man in her life, and her self-marriage stunt failed to bring any attention from some Turkish Chad to wife her up. At least after this happened, we know that men aren't the real problem. Moving on, this Minnesota food bank CEO steps down after legislators question her $721,000 a year salary. She looks like yet another one of those USAID grifters. Looks like Doge still has a lot of work to do. Let it sink in that she made $60,000 a month to feed the poor. Let that sink in. This is why if you're going to give anything to your local food bank, give them food and not money. More thievery on a Democrat state. They need to audit her and force her to pay some of that back. Number 25 and the last one, this woman says okay incel to some guy she was upset with online and wanted to shame. The truth is that she would become an incel herself if she was born a man. Also, that man she called an incel might not be an incel, but at least he probably doesn't look inbred like her. Then again, this might be a man in disguise because that mustache looks suspicious. You know, it's really bad when AI thinks that she's a man and will only convert her from male to female. So that's it for another Memes of the Week. Please give this video a like to push it up in the algorithm and so new viewers can find it. If you enjoy this series and want me to keep making it, then donate at the PayPal and Subscribestar links below. Anyways, enjoy the rest of your day, and cheers. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Memes of the Week. The best thing you can do for this channel is smash the like button the way that high school teachers smash their students, so this video reaches a wider audience. And now on with the memes. Number 1, this guy found out that his wife used to be a Lonely Fools model, and he's devastated. He works as an investment banker and thought he was marrying a dental assistant. He probably wasn't thinking that Chad Rones were flossing her poop shoot on camera for credits. His wife's friend spilled the beans and says that her ex-boyfriend and other guys smashed her online. The friend said, "I thought she had told you." I think the friend said this intentionally to break them up because odds are she wants him for herself. Up next is actor Sean Penn with his statuesque girlfriend Valeria Nikov. Girlfriend? With broad shoulders like that broad, she's probably a man. And if that is a woman, then that's quite the masculine lady. Overall, he looks well, and Sean Penn is aging pretty good too. All Spicoli is missing is a pipe in his pie hole, beefed up forearms, and for someone to poke out his left eye. And bam, Popeye the Sailor Man. Am I right? It could be a lot worse. He could still be with Madonna or Charlize Theron. Number 3, they said that masculinity will not save men. If that's true, then what will? Femininity, perhaps. In truth, masculinity saves both men and women. Women just don't want to admit that they need it. The moral of the story here is to never believe a female writer writing about what boys and men should be doing. Remember, ladies, that the world around you was built with masculinity, and those stones didn't get moved by period pains. Masculinity is the only thing that'll save men. Moving on, here are a couple of women that are doing masculine jobs. I'd be worried getting my tire changed by her, and that it would fall off the car while I was driving 70 miles an hour. So apparently more women are skipping college to make 6 figures as electricians and truck drivers. But let's see how long before they electrocute themselves and cause a pileup. And here I thought that filling the roads with unqualified Jeets in Canada was the worst thing possible. I hate to break it to them, but car mechanics don't make 6 figures. Number 5, Rachel here says that all women should have an affair once in their life to feel sexier and look younger. But do affairs make women look thinner? Because this one looks like she could stand to lose 50 pounds. I guarantee this woman isn't married and is single and wants other women to be just as miserable as she is. The sad thing is that there are a ton of desperate married simps and sexless marriages that would smash this. Up next, India's Mount Everest of trash is growing fast and needs aircraft warning lights. It's taller than the Taj Mahal. And what I want to know is, why does India have a trash problem? I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that just pointing this out as a problem is probably a hate crime or something. Indians claim they built the Taj Mahal, but it was actually built by the Mughal Empire, who were Central Asian Muslims and not Jeets. Number 7, ladies, what's stopping you from looking like this? Probably the availability of steroids, and that you actually want to be able to date a Chad one day. Then again, maybe this would attract Sean Penn for all I know. I think the most unattractive part of the veins on her arms. Either that or you don't want to see her camel toe because it's probably swollen and looks like a micropenis from all the testosterone flowing through her veins. Too bad it's not the 90s. She would have made a great American Gladiator on that show. Moving on, meet Malcolm Caldwell, who traveled to Cambodia to praise Pol Pot's regime in 1978. And Pol Pot just had him shot. I guess they weren't trying real communism in Cambodia after all. Looks like nothing kills more communists quite so effectively as communism. Proof of that is when the Vietnamese communists put an end to the Cambodian ones. In the end, it looks like Malcolm Caldwell became a good communist. Number 9, after the Snow Brown disaster for Disney, Maybe they should have just done Snow Mike instead. I would have paid to watch a parody like that. They should probably change the name to Dickarella to make it more appropriately titled. They could sell it as a defensive tackle with a heart of gold. But then again, this is probably what half the audience is going to do when the magic mirror says that Mike is the fairest of them all. Up next is an article saying that most Europeans had dark skin until about 3,000 years ago. Who are the people spreading this sort of nonsense? The same people trying to cover up the fact that no significant inventions came out of sub-Saharan Africa. The scientific evidence proves otherwise, as this white guy was found frozen in the Alps from about 5,000 years ago now. So-called scientists will do and say whatever they can to prove that Wakanda is possible. Number 11, when you spend an entire month here for $10 million with no books, movies, phones, nothing. Hell, I'd do it for a year if I could. I'd spend the time doing push-ups, crunches, and getting into the best shape of my life. The endorphins alone would sustain me for the entire year. How do you think most guys make it through prison? Besides, I'm in the top 98% of introverts, so for me, this is a vacation. It would probably cure my autoimmune conditions, or at the very least make them less noticeable. Moving on is Nomi Park, the woman that escaped North Korea. I don't know about you, but to me it looks like she needs to put on at least 20 to 30 pounds based on that picture on the left. I'm worried about her health. Famine habits seem to die hard, I guess. She also dresses like the working girl she once was to make enough money to survive in North Korea. I guess those old habits also die hard. Besides, everyone knows there's only one fat North Korean on Earth, and they call him Little Rocket Man. Number 13, this woman was told she had terminal cancer, so she dumped her husband and then slept with 200 men in search of her first orgasm. I think not having an orgasm was just an excuse to ride the cancer carousel. The good news is that gonorrhea, syphilis, herpes, and HIV made her forget all about her cancer. Looks like she's destined to die alone. On the bright side for the guy, at least he doesn't have to mourn his loss. He's probably just pissed off at her at this point. Up next, this woman is wondering how to improve her look without surgery. How about putting down the Twinkies and joining a gym dear? As well as a tattoo removal procedure, perhaps. It's crazy to think that a 24-year-old woman can have the body of a middle-aged woman and pretend like she doesn't know that. She knows what to do, but is just saying this so she can get some attention, and most men are white knight simps giving her suggestions and trying to help her. The only thing that's going to help her is more hamburger helper. Number 15, in a parallel universe somewhere, this is how Snow White really should have turned out. But even then the film would have remained awful. Even still, neither of them are European or have any business in a German fairy tale. The closest modern day actress that would be able to salvage this slop would probably be Sydney Sweeney, or maybe Ana Darmas, or maybe even Emma Myers. Even AI would be better these days, but Hollywood is slow to adapt to new technologies now. Moving on, Indian scientists find out how to turn poo into rocket fuel. Looks like India is going to be the first country to plant a flag on Mars, and the first nation to publicly defecate there as well. Isn't India an amazing place? First they're curing cancer and coronavirus with cow dung and urine, and now they turn it into rocket fuel. It's a cow dung miracle. But what I want to know is why that country has an odd fecal obsession. One Indian woman that was once interested in me thought that using wet rags in a bucket to wipe her bottom was better than toilet paper. I kid you not. Number 17, is anyone else afraid that this is the bait and switch for Grand Theft Auto 6? That you were promised you could drive through these wonderful folks on the beach, and then when the game arrives, none of them will be there. I think we agree that in this case, they just need to remain inclusive. This has the promise to be epic like that suffragette in Red Dead Redemption 2, that you could actually feed to the gators. I only hope they don't add this type of diversity unless of course it's on the beach. Up next, in case you missed this the fourth time I shared it, this woman got a nose job, and that helped her leave her husband. Now all that remains is for her to change her surname. Even then, she still won't be able to raise those ears to the same level as her eyes. She left him and he probably paid for the nose job. If you see this and still trust women, you're a fool. She could have divorced her husband before, but not without the support of another man, I'm guessing. Number 19 is 22-year-old Charlie Jones, reading the Bible to his 9-year-old bride Eunice. They married in 1938 and went on to have 9 children. Well, that's one way to make sure that she's a virgin and not an alpha widow. Also, there's zero evidence here that he's reading the Bible. Where are the feminists back then calling this guy a pedo? Which technically he was. Also, where are the feminists to stop this sort of behavior in the world of the Mohammeds? Moving on, this 27-year-old says that she's never dated or been in a relationship. But that means nothing in this day and age of hookup culture. Odds are that her notch count is already over 20. There's a good chance that she's held more men inside of her than a Tokyo train station. Always beware of women's weasel words like never date it. Odds are because she's in the Bay Area, she's there waiting for a 10 out of 10 white tech bro to finance the rest of her life and then some. Number 21, here are some famous bald people. The one on the bottom right, you already know him, so there's no need for a picture. Who would that be? Jada Pinkett, perhaps? I bet you weren't expecting that answer. You probably thought I was going to say Bruce Willis or Jason Statham. But for some reason the first bald guy I thought of was Yul Brynner from the 10 Commandments in the Westworld film. That guy made a menacing killer robots. Up next, back in the day, women would cry uncontrollably if someone found out they had sex outside of marriage. And today they upload their stats like they're an ESPN sports analyst. The only reason this one is sharing her stats is because she's lowballing. You know, she's seen and been with more balls than that. Please pray for the simp marrying her thinking that those are her actual numbers. Once slut-shaming language was removed from society, then things fell apart. Number 23, this Caucasian woman is walking for a midnight snack in India at 3 a.m. Western women are either courageous or stupid, because odds are a gang of Indian men will consider her a midnight snack. And if something happens to her, she's gonna blame everyone but herself. But how about the Indian culture itself? Why is there so little self-control from simps in that country? Can't they just go on the internet and rub one out and then chill out? Moving on, and speaking of being the perpetual victim, descendants of Holocaust survivor victims explain why they're replicating Auschwitz tattoos. I'll tell you exactly why they're doing this. Because they want to appear to be perpetual victims too. My grandmother and grandfather were both held in Nazi forced labor camps and got those tattoos. You don't see me rushing out to the tattoo parlor so I can score some victim points. Plus maybe they wanted to collect grandma's check now that she's gone. The older you get, the more Holocaust survivors you'll see. Just look out for them. Number 25, and the last one, here's the difference between a girlfriend and a homeless man. Both will ask you for money and would happily move into your house. But only one of them would start a conversation by calling you sir or mister. Looks like whoever made this meme didn't do enough work on that girlfriend. Maybe what guys really need to do is find a homeless girl and trade her a place to stay for her offering him a place to spray. That's already happening in Canada. Guys are already posting roommate ads for friends with benefits relationships in exchange for a place to stay. So that's it for another Memes of the Week. Please give this video a like to push it up in the algorithm and so new viewers can find it. If you enjoy this series and want me to keep making it, then donate it to PayPal and subscribe star links below.
Yo, Amadeus, how's it going? Not much. Just playing a bit of Final Fantasy while I watch some videos on the side. So you just got a trade call. I'm not sure. Wait, did I put the wrong ear? Okay. I'm not sure who that is. I probably have to check up to see who that is. But yeah, my hair is out because I'm using this new hair product in my hair because recently when I'm showering and stuff, I would have a little bit of hair coming out and stuff like that during the shower when I'm like shampooing my hair and stuff. And so I decided to use this new product in my hair to try and stop it, to stop, you know, my hair from coming out. I'm losing hair basically. Okay. Let me look up a picture who it is, because I probably know him by looks, but not by name. Oh, okay. Okay. I used to have hair like that, but it's not as thick as that anymore. It's not as thick as that anymore. I started growing, my hair starting to thin out, which sucks.
Undead in Warcraft are terrifying, a cursed existence few would choose. We're familiar with the Scourge, Forsaken, and Death Knights, but other darker undead factions also exist, but beyond them lie other undead factions, stranger, darker, and no less terrifying.
I've never
Some raise the
had
question,
ball hair
how
before,
could such
and
things even
honestly, I don't think
exist? Some were once
I don't think I
powerful,
can. I
but
would
now
ever,
forgotten.
you know, go
This video
bald
explores some of the most
unless, you
unusual
know,
and disturbing undead factions,
like unless I had
both
like
war-based
cancer
and encountered in-game.
or you know, something, but I don't think I could ever do the ball thing. Even if I were to like lose the front of my hair and I still just had the hair in the back there, I'd still have the hair on the side.
His essence was corrupted and twisted. The old god Yogg-Saron
reached into his mind
and defiled it.
That's crazy. At a young age, damn.
The once glorious Galakron transformed into a nightmare. No longer a protector, he became a predator. He began to hunt and devour his own kind, against those he had once called allies. He wasn't merely consuming them for sustenance, he fed on their very life.
So I had really thick hair when I was young, when I was in my early 20s.
Instead, the ones he regurgitated,
my dad, he started like it in the bald spot in the front of his head when he was like, I want to say maybe his 40s,
twisted by his corruption. They became
50s, something around there.
Violent and contagious. One bite was enough to spread their affliction. Those they attacked would fall, rise again, and join the ranks
but I've never had like my hair so short that like I've never had my hair shorter than an inch. I've never had it shorter than an inch. So
in many ways,
for me for me I feel like I would look weird.
The remaining proto-dragons rallied together in desperation.
Because I've never seen myself bald before, but I feel like I would look weird if I was.
The not living were ultimately wiped out, at least as far as we know. To this day, no trace of them has resurfaced in modern Azeroth, and it's unknown whether any survived in some forgotten corner of the world. Their legacy remains buried, terrifying, and unresolved.
Hell no.
Sylvanas Windrunner didn't just break free from the control of Arthas and the Scourge. She went a step further and gathered others like her, beings who no longer wanted to serve the Lich King.
Like I said, even if I started getting like the bald spots in the front, I would never shave my head. I couldn't.
The reasons varied from case to case, but most often, it boiled down to a deep ideological rejection of Sylvanas' methods and goals. One of the most notable examples is Marcus.
Yeah, once I can afford it, I'm gonna start like
after the fall of Stormwind.
Like I've tried it myself, but it doesn't come out it doesn't come out the way that you know that makes it looks good when you get like it professionally done and add like a hair place. But I wanna line up my the ends right here, line up there, and line up like the little, I don't know if you can see it, but like line up this little thing right here on both sides. So basically get a line up.
Power to raise the dead, solving the Forsaken's dwindling population problem.
I'm not even here.
Emboldened by this new
I'm not even paying attention to what they're saying.
I don't know what you're doing. Keep doing it.
And they're driving in circles around the house right now. Oh, Connor's out!
Connor got me. Connor got me. Oh my god, Connor! Connor's putting the moves on Mason! He just cut up and he's gonna get Paul. Oh, he hit a tree. He's dead. Alright, well that's it.
I like watching these guys, but the one that's known as Connor, I'm not a fan of his. He's like,
dude, this is twerking crap.
Shut up.
No, it's not these guys. These are different guys.
Tag, but with a roulette wheel.
These guys are known. So these guys are called the losers. The other guys from the Schedule 1, they're called Junta'sGaming. For instance, if we go over to Junta'sGaming, we can go over there. Oh, dang it. Yeah, so this right here is their channel. They have a second channel. It's the second channel is the one that they upload the Schedule 1. Neeb's Magic Dumpster. This is the one where they upload the Schedule 1 videos with a few other videos. But these are different guys. Let me. Can I pull up a? Let me see if I can pull up a picture of them. Okay, so this is a picture of them. So, these are the 5-1, but one of them passed away last year or the year before, I can't remember. So now it's just 4 of them. This guy right here is Apsro. This one is Simon. Then we have Neebs, and then I can't remember which one of these is Doralius. But that's what these guys look like. Where's my mouse? There it is. Yeah, that's what these guys look like. No, it's not. It's not all of them. But yeah, that's Junta'sGaming. The other guys that I was just watching just now, they're called the losers. So, yeah, if you'll see right here, it's the losers.
Spin on the wheel, you got a tag in. You spin a golf cart, congratulations, you're tagging in it. You spin a dump truck, congratulations, you're tagging Connor. Let's get into it.
It's also a freeze tag.
It's freeze tag, by the way.
We're clicking to spin order here.
So this guy right here, this guy right here that you see, I don't really like. I like the other guys, but I don't like him because the thing is he's a chubby guy. Yet he gets really offended and gets really like bitchy and stuff like that when you call him fat, even though he is fat. So yeah, I'm really not a fan of this guy. But the other 3 guys, love them. They're funny as hell.
First person to spin will be Paul. Paul is first.
Are you screaming loud or not at all?
Second is Mason. So it goes Paul, Mason, and then we're going to Connor and then Tanner.
No, spin my name. I want to see you spin my name too.
I just spit. Okay, I'll
No,
spin
you
your
spinning
name
out
too.
your name.
All right.
Spin
Yeah, literally a DJ spinning your name.
Yeah, let me see. What does it land on?
Oh,
All right,
God.
do it.
Tanner's. I just did it.
What was it?
Well, who did it land on?
Tanner, because he's the only one left.
Okay, good to know. So
All
what's the
right.
order? Paul, Mason, Connor, Tanner.
No, Paul. Yes.
Oh,
So I gotta make a new
So
map.
quick to
there.
deny me. So quick to say no.
Okay, you guys ready to see what your vehicles are?
I'm so ready.
And Paul gets super. Paul gets a supercar.
Super.
And
Right
freeze
off the
tag?
rip.
Wait, say so like right now. We got a supercar for his
He
spin.
got a supercar for a spin.
This is how I know life ain't fair. The rich need to pay taxes is all I'm saying. Paul, give me.
Tax the rich, bro.
I agree. I agree.
Top spin.
Y'all are rich. What the
Gets
fuck are y'all
super.
talking
Yeah, okay,
about?
fair.
Tax the rich. You people are rich. This is annoying me about you know, certain like YouTubers and streamers and stuff like that.
GTC.
They always say tax the rich, you know, take down the rich.
All
Yeah,
right,
they're
let's
freaking
see,
rich.
Mason. You get muscle.
Ooh. I'm going.
That's the one thing that is annoying me about them.
Bravado, hot ring,
Like-
hellfire.
Oh yeah, okay, Mason. Pick yourself a NASCAR.
All right, my turn. And spinning. I get Vans. Awesome. Great. What am I gonna do here? The highest handling I have so far is 64.
See, I feel like for tag, acceleration's the most important thing.
Well, acceleration and handling. All right, I'm going with the DeClassy Gang Burrito. Mason, you get, or Tanner,
No industrial and no military is what I'm looking for.
you get service vehicle.
Okay, what is in service vehicles? Let's take a look. Crowd. We got an airport bus, another bus, a bigger bus. A lot of buses in service here. Oh, that's special. I thought I could use the Phantom Wedge. I almost tweaked. All right, I have a lot of bad options here. I'm gonna do the DeClassy Merit Taxi is what I'm gonna be picking. It has 81 speed, 22 power. We're just gonna try and navigate this bad boy. Get him to compete with somehow with Paul's supercar.
My car's not that super, bro. I picked a weak super, all right?
Yeah, I bet you did.
Let's do a drag race, huh? So then we can really gauge how this is gonna go.
Yeah, I like that idea.
I like that idea.
What do you think about my van, y'all?
I think it's kind of fire. I like that cream, bro. With the
You got hydraulics?
that blue. That's nice.
How do you guys like the sprung machine?
I like it. I like it. It's pretty clean. I like the clean.
I have not.
Tanner's as a cab.
Like I said, you know, I
sprung two in the trunk, but yeah,
really
look at this
don't
cab here.
get a
Pretty
lot of
sweet,
people
huh?
on stream.
All right, you guys ready? I'm gonna throw a grenade. 3, 2, 1.
At the beginning, when I started the streaming,
Tanner.
you know, I'll have like a few
Don't worry, I don't need it.
people that I know that
Don't
are
worry,
other
I don't need
streamers
it.
as well.
Don't
They would
worry,
pop
I'm
in and
good.
say hey and stuff like
Tanner's
that.
actually kind of keeping up with
but
you guys.
I don't really get people anymore.
Damn, bro, Nos in this car was crazy.
The other people that you know that
Oh, this thing has no
I used to
handles.
stream with
I'm
and
gonna
stuff
have
like
a
that.
really tough
They,
time
you know, they
playing
got
tag with
jobs
you
and stuff like that,
guys.
so
No, I got zero
they
handles.
don't really have a lot of
So
time to
naturally,
stream
guys,
right
we're
now.
playing tag, and we're gonna go in.
But I
order
have
of
Naturally.
I have
We're
never
gonna go in
been
order of the prelim stuff.
banned anyone
determine where we play
on.
tag. There's gonna be a lot of trolling
I've
here,
never banned
obviously,
anyone
right?
yet.
Paul's gonna be able to run laps around us, so he's gonna have a lot more fun with this
Because,
than
you know,
someone like
like
me who's gonna be running for their lives.
Or me.
All right,
I
Paul.
don't like I said, I
you are gonna
don't get
pick
a lot of
where
people
I
watching
am
while
going to
I'm
be
streaming.
first.
But for some reason, after the stream ends,
The golf course.
and
I'm tagging first.
I look up like
I'm gonna start
the
a timer
videos the
for
next
10
day or
minutes.
the day
Whenever I
after.
tag all three of them,
That's
I will
when you
take
see,
whatever
like,
time
you
I
know,
got there, and that will
10
be my score for the
views,
round. All right, 3,
you
2,
know,
1,
15
go.
views,
10
20
minute timer
views.
Okay,
But when I'm
Tanner.
streaming,
Wait, why do I have? There we go. Some style.
I don't get I don't get any views aside from you. I don't get any views.
Catch a ride. Catch a ride.
People come in, you know, give a follow,
I was
but then
hoping
they
you
don't
hit that
stick
three.
around.
Oh.
Yeah, oh, Mason. He's almost got. Oh,
Nice,
Tanner
man.
losing it. Tanner losing his handles. Oh, it's the Nos. He's got the apex.
I got it.
Oh, he almost ended up in the river.
Thank you.
Oh. Got him. Got
Oh,
Paul.
he got me. He got me. No, yeah, he got me. He got me.
Okay, boys. Who wants to die now, huh?
Try idiot.
Yeah,
I
he got me.
Paul
He got
again.
me. He got me.
And I got Mason. All right, it's all up to the van. It's all up to the van.
God, what have you been doing, huh?
I'm in a van.
The shag machine's on his way, bro. Don't you, dude, he left us. And he's full speed coming back. He's like, no, 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 no.
Hit the nos. Hit the nos.
Nope. Oh,
Oh my God, he missed. Connor, good go.
Oh, he got me.
Paul, you want to do what to my boy?
Bro, I got no handles. I already
All
said
right,
this.
Connor, get over here.
I'm just gonna annoy Tanner. Oh!
Hold on. He hit me first, but.
I think he
I
did
hit
you
Tanner first.
Yeah. Mason.
I spun out.
Oh no, sweetheart.
Dude, the grass is killer,
Yeah, I
bro.
know.
8
It
minutes,
really is. I wanted to
9
give Tanner
seconds.
a chance, but god
That was
damn.
8 minutes?
Remaining,
Like,
so 2 minutes.
Oh.
The
So 1 minute,
the hair strengthening thing that I've
don't know how.
been that I use on my hair
but I'll take that.
earlier today.
Just sick like that.
It smells like medicine.
Is Mason picking and I'm seeking.
I want something interesting.
So I keep smelling like a medicine smell.
The airport parking lot or the
It smells like
I didn't say
medicine.
airport.
No, I said airport. I said airport.
Hear me out. Horse racing track.
Around the circle?
This guy has one NASCAR and he wants to just drive on a dirt track. Can you believe this? All right, everyone.
As he should.
Let's head over to Diamond. Connors.
Yeah. All right. You guys ready? 10 minutes, right? 10-minute timer?
Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, guys. What are the odds? Oh, no. Big Connor like that. Oh, man. That is so hurtful. Wait, why is Connor tailing me?
All right. I get to use Nos, right?
Yeah.
Why is Connor able to catch me?
Oh, he's definitely like as fast as you for sure.
No way, dude. No way. I'm slipping on him. He's catching my slip. Mason, help.
Help!
Mason,
Oh,
help.
there he goes. He's pulling my slip.
Oh, he's going for the tackle.
Yeah, no, he's trying to kill you. He's trying to moiter you. He's got the nos, bro.
It doesn't matter. He's literally still pulling me, bro. I'm in hell.
Connor, don't catch me, please.
Oh!
Oh.
Dude, Connor crashed and I almost hit him. Come on, Tank, on the gas.
Thanks for the boost. Thanks for the boost.
Go on the gas. He's going head on straight to the forehead. We're jousting now.
Oh, I love a good joust.
Jousting on the horse track.
Oh, he got
Tanner.
me. He got me.
No. Paul, don't. No.
Oh,
Wait,
I missed him. I actually missed him,
I
I
was
think.
like, I think he moved.
Ah, he got me.
All right, Mason, it's you and your own home field advantage here.
Oh, I got Mason.
Nice, give me.
Oh,
Go. Damn, bro. Kenny gotta run.
Not good. Oh, if he's coming after me, he just threw.
Yeah, that's what I'm
hey,
saying.
he's committed now.
He's committed, dude. They're doing a full lap.
Aim for the front of my car, and I can get ball.
I'm gonna try and sideswipe you both.
No. Just aim for Mason.
Just hit the front of my car.
Front of Mason only. Tanner, this is
All right,
where,
boys.
yep, this is a high performance drive out of Tanner right now.
Front of my car.
Nice.
Bonk.
Nice.
He got me.
Yeah, we're good. Because now we're both free.
This is the worst. I hate this.
I'm shocked he's not trying to bodyguard, bro. He's going for the full
No, my
lap.
top
Okay.
speed's crazy, bro, but my handles are so
Dude,
bad.
Paul looks like the Roadrunner running, dude. There's like dirt kicking up super high behind him. He's just jolting by everything.
I didn't want to hit you so hard I get ejected. He's going head on again. He turned around.
You're for that one, dude. You're
Little pit maneuver for the funsies, huh?
bro.
Oh, Mason, you're good.
Damn.
He spun out the wall, bro.
Oh, we put him on a poster, boys. Everybody flip a B.
Hold on. I gotta turn left. I can only turn left, boys.
Don't flip a B. Don't know. We're all supposed to go in the same direction.
Victory lap. Oh, he didn't think we'd both go the same way.
All right, victory lap.
Flip a B. All right,
We're jousting.
here we go. I love a good game of joust here.
Yeah, same. Oh, I just didn't do it. Oh,
Flip a B.
I'm
Flip a
living
B.
me.
I hate this so much. I hate this.
No way he missed us both, right? Oh no! Oh no!
My car is so slow.
Let's do it again. You got this, Connor. You got this. So hard.
Damn!
He got me. Did he get Mason?
No, he got you.
He stuffed my like a turkey. Oh, that was just disrespectful.
No!
Did you get me, Connor? I thought you missed
Oh, he
me.
got you,
got
buddy.
you.
Now he got me.
Okay.
He got me. Mason, he's right here, right around the bend, Mason.
Oh, he got me. Stop me.
Okay. Whew. All right. I had 5 minutes and 47 seconds remaining.
Damn. Don't stop the function.
That was tough.
413, not bad.
I pick for my turn Polito Bay.
And who's it?
Me. All right, 10-minute timer started.
Wait. Oh yeah, it is Mason's turn. That was Paul's turn.
Mason, you already started the timer. We're good. We're going.
Yeah, it's going. It's live.
It's going. It's live.
Mason, you're fucked up for this, bro. Mason, you're fucked up for this, bro. Going after the crazy taxi. Juked it. Oh my god.
Hit a run. Yeah.
Come on, Paul.
I tried.
Baby girl. Oh!
You missed me.
Come on, Tanner. Get out of there. Come on, Tanner.
No,
Oh,
he
I
pinned me.
got him.
And I'm in a
Got him.
terrible spot.
Yeah, you are not in the most ideal spot.
All right, boys, let me die for a bit. Make him come get you. You're not gonna be able to get me and live easily. You have to. One of you has to pull him away from me. Yeah, boys.
This is because of my glasses.
Oh, Paul. Oh no.
And the shades.
Oh, you.
Nope. Oh, what a play out of you, Paul! Holy shyster dice, dude. I fucked up.
Tanner, come
I thought there was a path.
Go into a dead end.
Oh, that's tough, dude. That's tough. All right, well, at least Mason gets one. So.
Yeah. Make him come to you guys here.
Mason gets one here.
We don't need to throw. You know what I'm saying? Maybe give him a little. Yeah. Yeah, I like this, boys.
I'll ruin this video.
But you're making the video because it needs to be longer. So this is perfect.
You know, honestly, I'm just gonna stay on the outside.
Exactly, Connor. You should be the last one debating right now. It sounded like a whistle coming by. I'm gonna annoy Mason to death till he leaves.
Best part is, Tanner, you can't leave.
I know, but you can. That's the thing. It's giving you all the power. How you liking this, Mason? Oh, he's gone. Oh, he's going after Connor. Connor, run!
Fly, you fool!
Oh, he got me.
I know it. I'm here.
He's coming back. He's coming back. He's coming back.
Bonk! All right, Paul, you gotta dip and you gotta go fast because he might get me. Oh,
Yeah,
I cut his
Justin!
ass so hard.
Now you got Connor, right?
Wait, that's not Connor?
That's not me. I'm over here, bro. I'm in
I
a
saw a
van.
blue car. I thought that was Connor. I got you, Connor. Connor, you're gonna have to do something sick here. I ain't gonna cap.
He's coming. Joust.
He missed.
What the? The semi just spawned and spanked my dude.
I kind of wish we were regular GTA because I would call Lester and go off the radar right now and hide. And really fuck with him.
That's some Tanner level strategy.
That is, dude. I love calling the mole himself, bro.
Boys, I kind of goofed.
No, Paul, not you.
I'm frozen. There's two entrances into this alleyway, and I went the wrong way for this alleyway.
Connor. Rendezvous back with me.
He's pushing me in the corner, bro. He's abusing me, guys.
And we gotta make him come for us.
Or he's dead pounding me into a corner right now.
Yeah, you like that?
Okay, Paul, what does your situation look like? Do you have any exit or are you really in a stuck?
There is an exit right next to me, and there's an exit like maybe 20 feet behind me. Problem is that there's turns involved, and I'm wedged into a corner in the alleyway. Farthest, like even if you tag me, I have to somehow go 100 miles per hour backwards to get out of the situation.
Okay, so Connor, we make him come for us, and then when he picks one of us, the other one tries to make a move. We do not try to overcomplicate this. We don't give him the free win here. We have the two slowest cars in the lobby. If he wants us, he has to earn us. And Connor, we stick in these. Okay, Connor, you're completely disobeying everything I just said.
But Connor, this alleyway is attached from the main road to the road next to me. Nothing.
No, I'm good. He can't get to me.
I know, I'm just letting you know. He's gone. He's leaving. He's on his way, Connor. He's on his way.
Tanner, go.
I'm trying to see. I don't know if I have an angle at him from here.
Right,
He's coming back. He's coming back. He's coming back. He's coming back.
Yep, you're good. All right, now go out the way you came in. Go. I knew it's not.
Give me a boost if you can. Give me a boost if you can.
Split off. Nice, good job.
Bro got impatient. He wasn't saying a word, and he's just trying to sneak away. Look.
Yeah.
Bro thinks he's faster than me. Why is he going for me? You caught me in an alleyway on a technicality, Mason. Oh, and I juked this too.
Oh, I love it.
Dude, Mason thinks he's NASCAR fast, bro. I'm GTA 5 modded fast. Holy dude, bro, there was a car turned in front of me.
Paul, did he get you on a technicality that time?
Yeah, he did. I hit a car, a civilian turned in front of me.
That's 2 technicalities in a row. All right, here we go.
I'm on the street though. I'm on the street. No, I'm on the street.
Oh,
you don't have your map on?
No, I do. I forgot which side I was on.
I'm on the road right now, next to a fire hydrant and the church.
So Connor, you hang tight on this road, Connor. Connor, you're driving into the jaws right now. Yeah, hang tight a little bit.
He's coming for you.
He's coming.
Oh, he fell
off.
Yeah, he's going for you, Tanner. He wants you.
All right, Connor, I'm gonna go on the farthest street on the right. You go on the farthest street where you're at, and then we're gonna pincher him.
Pincher.
He's trying to.
No, he's just trying to. He's trying to like.
He's trying to bait us into thinking he's leaving. Is what he's trying to do. Okay.
Yeah. Right now he's leaving though, and he's going for Tanner. Oh, and he's coming.
No,
back.
he's not. He's baiting us. I don't mind if he gets me. That's what's fine. So you can come after me if Connor gets a free kill.
He turned back around. He's going for Connor. He's coming across the parking lot. Yes, Tanner. Yeah. Oh, he's going for Tanner. He's going for Tanner. Bro, he's actually committing to Tanner.
I have no turning radius. Connor, It's up to you. I got caught and I'm in a bush.
Connor, I'm sideways on the road, so you'd have to hit like my front or back to even get me going. Or you can just make him stuck with 2.
I'm curious how much time he has left too.
Exactly. Oh, he is civilians going across the parking lot, full speed. Oh,
Good
he's
move, Connor. Good move out of you. Connor, yeah, just try to make him play with you a little bit. Oh, there. Yeah, Connor. Yeah. Oh, Connor.
He's full
run.
speed down the road.
Run. He is jetting after you.
Yeah, he's
You
full
are
speed, dude. He's all Connor.
Unless
Connor.
you pull something crazy.
Connor got the turn off. Mason
Connor,
doesn't get the handles.
Connor, you got to be a better driver here.
Baby
You got to be the
driver,
better
Connor.
driver.
He's low on
baby
time. He's
driver.
panicking. He's panicking. He's low on time.
Connor.
Yes. Oh, and he missed me.
Let's go. Paul's free.
All right, Paul can open this up now. Paul, don't go for me. Don't go for me. Try to juke him. Yep. Get Connor. Paul, don't be too wrecked.
Damn, I got got, bro. There was another car stuck on Connor.
Are you in an open spot, Paul?
I'm open
Connor,
as
you're dead.
hell right
Connor,
now.
you're dead as a doornail, brother. You're
Oh,
dead
wait,
as a
he's taking
doornail.
to the
Wherever you're
beach. Connor's on the dirt road. Dude, Mason has no handles off road.
That's it. Connor's jog. Wait,
Nah.
what?
No.
Connor, but that, I don't know what you're doing. Keep doing it.
Dude, they're driving in circles around the house right now. Oh, he's got him. Oh, Connor's out.
Connor got me.
Connor's
Connor got
out.
me.
Oh my God, Connor! Connor's putting the moves on Mason!
Connor, I'm flat on a road right now.
Connor, oh my God, he cut up. He just cut up and he's gonna get Paul. Oh, he did trade. He's dead. All right, well, that's it.
I got
The second it was
No, I
looking
hit a
too good to be
cliff.
true.
I was like, I saw this cliff and I was like, it's a ramp. I'm gonna jump it. I went up and I went up and I went right back down.
Nah, dude, the way that I was like, damn, bro, here's the intro clip right here. Tanner and I are hyped. He's gonna hit us.
Yeah.
And he hit a tree.
Yeah, he failed. And that's it.
What's the time on that?
119.
Damn, that was a long
Almost had him.
round.
Almost had him.
841. We put the moves on him for a bit. This is gonna be the hard round here. We got
No,
Paul.
I'm telling you, I don't got handles like that. I'm way too fast.
So what do we do, boys? What are we thinking? Do we put him in an area that has tight turns, or do we put him in an area where we can really open it up? And I'm thinking almost airport here. I think we can kind of jackknife
I was
around a
thinking
bit.
containers, to be honest.
I was thinking containers too.
All right, let's do containers. Take him to container park. See if he's got the moves.
Timer, Connor, you can move.
What am I doing?
I'm it.
Probably not doing that. The guy's gonna tag you.
Why do I have the blinkers? Blinkers up.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay.
He's coming after me.
No, I like get far enough away.
I'm just gonna jump into the ocean.
Attaboy.
Can't tag me if I'm dead.
True. Only I kill me type beat.
Let me see here. Paul going for Mason first.
Me.
Just knocked his into oblivion.
Connor, same game plan here. We do not.
Just wait a minute
Don't
and then
get
he loses.
together.
That's all you gotta do.
A minute? Oh yeah, because Tanner's time is so good. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm putting. Oh, okay. Connor just me, but we're good. Connor almost slammed
Wait,
me
what?
into Paul's view.
Did I not just nail him?
No, he kept going.
Bro, I bounced off you on my screen.
Oh, you're about to get me anyways. Yeah, there it is. All right, so.
Well, me.
No, do I suck or something?
No, Connor. Paul's just literally faster than dirt, and there goes Connor. Connor, please Christ.
Connor's taking a nice turn. Oh, he's going to
I'm dead.
bow.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah, that's okay.
Hit the timer.
I hit a fence and I was like, the fence is gonna break. The fence didn't break.
There's 850 left.
850? That's a minute.
Minute
10.
10.
Well, that's all bad. Paul wins.
What was yours, Tanner?
I was 8:08 left.
What was yours, Connor? 2 minutes something? Jesus Christ. All
I
right.
have 5 minutes left.
So I just suck.
Yeah, we can describe this as like worst loser.
True. I like that.
Well, no, I think give Paul the W.
There was one time that really stood out, you know?
Mason's the worst loser today, guys.
I think
Comment
Mason
down
was the
below.
worst loser today.
Hashtag worst loser of the day.
You dumb.
I like how we all immediately could Connor.
Cutting, I'm quitting. I'll see you guys later.
have 16, 4, and 17 are all sitting here foodless.
Yeah, they're the last customers of the night.
I cannot wait to watch you go through this hell. Okay.
Tanner, you're cooking meat at 9 p.m.?
Yeah, I had so many orders, I just did it. And I'm gonna let them burn too.
Would you like to be cloned?
Would I like to be?
Yeah.
Am I already cloned?
Oh, are you already cloned?
I'd rather not say.
Man, what's good with the collective? Y'all know we back with another banger, another reaction. I appreciate everybody who been tapping in, running up, and subbing up. If you new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7. And this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps Collective grow, helps Collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But I appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to the Collective again. If you're watching on your TV, whatever the case is, I wish it was smooth 7. Man, might be a trigger warning or 2. I hope not. We probably gonna be at 100K by the time this video drop. I hope it is. But it's been a long journey, been a long road, been a long ride, man. I love every last bit of it. I enjoy it. I love this, man. I love conversating with y'all in the comments. I love hearing y'all thoughts and perspectives.
While we're waiting for our dead party member to come back, I am going to go grab something real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back.
And ideas. We built something special, for real, for real. I'm so serious. And I wouldn't have changed and done this for nothing else. I asked for something, and God gave me this. So I appreciate it, man. I thank God every day. But y'all already know what it is, man. I ain't gonna hold you. Let's get straight to the video, man. Let's go.
Now, Sinners was not no movie. That was a spiritual manual, if you ask me. How many people watched Sinners and probably thought this is just a vampire movie with a little music added to it? It's so much to unpack. I'm gonna have to do this in 2 parts. If you have not seen the movie, this is your chance to scroll now. We talking about I ruined it. Like I said, Sinners was the whole spiritual download wrapped in a ritual. We're gonna start at the Duke joint with the twin brothers smoking stack. He came back to Mississippi in the Jim Crow era to open up their black-owned juke joint. We all know the juke joint wasn't just no club. That was a sacred space for us. It was a safe zone where black folks could gather, be themselves, dance, laugh, cry, sing. Most importantly, where they could remember who they were. Enter Sammy, their little cousin who has this amazing gift. I ain't just talking about a musical talent, I'm talking about a spiritual frequency. Sammy could play the blues in a way that could call spirit. This is the whole reason why Remick, which was that first vampire that showed up, this is why he wanted Sammy. He was actually willing to let everybody else live as long as he got Sammy. He said Sammy could play music so good that it could connect the souls of different eras. The movie, the music opened portals, so this is what we mean when we talk about music today when we say it's a conjuring tool. It's a weapon, it's a bridge, it's a spell. The moment he touched that guitar, you could feel the ancestors move. You could feel spirit rise. Why? Because sound is vibration. Vibration is how we move.
That sounds like freaking.
Where it gets real, because that
Sounds
same
like
power
it's
that Sammy held
demonic.
also attracted the darkness. Because when you get it, you don't just attract light, you attract everything, and that includes spiritual parasites, energy vampires, and people who don't want to own what they don't understand. Let's talk about the vampires, shall we? Because they weren't just thirsty for blood, they was thirsty for culture. Now, Remick and his folks didn't want to unalive Sammy. They wanted to own him, own his music, own his power, own his frequency. That's colonization as we know it. This is what they've done to our culture. Black creativity, black sound, black food, black ritual. Take it, twist it, label it there, and feed it back to us disconnected from its root. The main reason people demonizing what they showed us in the movie is literally embedded within us. Now, the biggest thing that I took notice of, vampires could not come in until they were invited. This goes back to everything that I've been telling you, especially when I get a lot of bookings and people coming to me saying, I've been hexed. They put something on me. The first thing I tell them is you let them. Not only that, you sitting right here affirming it. Well, no, they can't come in unless they invited. That's spiritual law. Yes, even dark forces need consent, whether it's in the form of contracts, bad deals, fear, silence, humiliation rituals, you name it. Now, Remick, that first vampire that went to that couple's house, remember, he didn't break in. He manipulated his way in, finessed his way, and that was symbolic to tell you that evil don't always look scary. Sometimes it looks safe. Sometimes it looks like an opportunity. Sometimes it looks like it needs help. Better take it back to what I always tell you, that ain't got shit to do with me. That's the motto. As a true hoodoo girly, I was so proud in that movie. Y'all know we about to talk about the hoodoo element. Miss Annie, honey, she was the quiet conjurer in the corner. I peeped game when she talked about that mojo bag immediately. I'm like, okay, Annie girl, protect your man. That's what I'm talking about. Mojo bags and hoodoo are used for protection, guidance, and the power. You know the thing everybody wants, do anything to get it. But anywho, Annie was the one who knew about shit before anybody else knew. She had that inner knowing. She was connected to her higher self, as well as the ancestors. It's the wisdom of the root worker, the seer, the protector. Fire, the singing, the garlic, all of that is coded protection. We ain't just lighting fire for warmth, we using it to cleanse, send up messages to burn away what doesn't belong. Gotta talk about that music scene that took us through different genres, different eras. That was the visual timeline of black sonic power. Blues to funk to rock to soul. Every sound birthed from pain to power. Yet even with all that creativity, we still gotta work so hard to protect it. Because the vampires don't just want to feed. They want to own the entire record label. No different from what we seeing today. They're gonna have to meet me at part 2 because I'm gonna break down the bloodlines and the churches. In the meantime and in between time, get in the comments and let me know y'all thoughts. Y'all enjoy it just as much as I did. What symbolism did you peep? As always, peace, love, and light, and gratitude for watching.
Y'all spam up y'all thoughts, man. She was going crazy on that clip.
And you repeat a chorus over and over and over. So when a kid hears a song and he starts singing that chorus over and over and over, then you start to hear it in the alpha state, into the subconscious mind. So you start to become the song, or become what you're saying.
That's facts, man.
we should talk about that thing with Princess Kate.
Yeah. So, have you seen Rosemary's Baby?
I have seen that movie.
Basically, there's a chick, she gets pregnant, they switch her doctor. The doctor ends up being someone who's grooming her. He's part of a satanic cult, and he takes her child, says it's been stillborn, but is actually taking the child and is now using it as part of this satanic ritual cult. So that is the boiled down thesis of the film. When Princess Kate presented her child to the world, she wore the exact same dress
as the mother. Like the exact same dress.
The exact same dress.
What are we
Should I say it too?
The exact same dress! It's weird though, man.
Weird. She still hasn't popped up.
No.
Yeah, I mean, just what we think, right?
I don't know which one I prefer, that she's telling the truth or that this is true. And there's like, there's a cult baby running around.
I don't want a cult baby.
How y'all feel about that clip? I'm new to that rabbit hole, so I'm gonna have to go looking down that one. But I got another crazy movie for y'all to go check out. Midsummer. Trust me, trust me, trust me. It's a little bit dark. It's weird. You gotta have a tough stomach for at least a couple scenes in that movie. Y'all let me know if y'all like that movie or not. It's twisted, so you gotta be open-minded. You gotta be open-minded. But it's about a group of people. It's about some friends. They just check it out, man. Just check it out. Let me know how y'all feel about it.
So as we, talking, sometimes I forget that he's supposed to be in disguise, And I keep calling him Mike. Right, and this little girl hears it. She's like, and she looks over, and I think she recognized him. Like, I really think she did. So then when I realized she was peeping, then I start calling him Dave.
That disguise to him was the burn victim look. Just
It was a disguise?
It was a disguise to him.
And so he grabbed the kids. They looking normal. Mike comes out. He has his disguise on,
How did he find out about you, Dave?
He heard about me and he had contacted me.
Songs come at the strangest times. I could be walking through a park or something and it'll just hit you. Every time I get a platinum album, it's never taken lightly on my behalf. I'm always honored, and it's great thanks,
They looking normal. Mike comes out. He has his disguise on.
That disguise to him was the burn victim.
And Dave, yes, that's his name.
So then when I realized she was peeping, then I start calling him Dave.
When you go about writing, what happens? Songs come at the strangest times. I could be walking.
How did he find out about you, Dave?
He heard about me and he had contacted me.
And they knew the world wasn't ready to see that Michael Jackson, so they had to keep him alive. Remember what I said prior, they've been cloning since 1945. So Michael comes back 2 years later. He looks nothing like the real Michael Jackson, but people buy into him. He can still dance. Because the clones is good mimicry. They're good at mimicking, and that's what they do. So he got all these moves, but he was a little bit stiffer. I don't know if y'all look at the old Michael and then look at the new Michael. He's a little bit stiffer. Okay. Now, when Michael first came back, didn't nobody really know how to take it. All right. Because I can't recall if Billie Jean came out before the Pepsi commercial. But Michael sold his soul way before then, because he did the Wiz commercial when Billie Jean wasn't even thought of. When he did the Wiz play, when he said you can't get in, you can't get out the game, Michael sold his soul a long time ago because Joe Jackson sold his children out long ago, and Joe Jackson forced his kids to have Berry Gordy and Quincy Jones and amongst the other executive producers. Them boys was long ago. All right? That's about Michael.
You put up some very strange things about cloning. What is about cloning? Do you want to get cloned as celebrities getting cloned?
Yeah, man. I think you should look it up, man. I don't really want to say too much, but I will say do your own research.
You sound like a conspiracy theorist.
I'm not really a conspiracy theorist. There's no more conspiracy. I know. And so it's really up to each person to do their own research and come to your own truths. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like we as people listen too much to what somebody tells us, and we don't actually go background check and really say, you know what, that really don't add up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when you really look at a lot of different things and you start to think. So what I like to do is I like to provoke thought, you know, and provoking thought is the least you can do. You can't make somebody believe something. You really gotta just provoke thought.
Would you like to be cloned?
Would I like to be?
Yeah.
Am I already cloned?
Oh, are you already cloned?
I'd rather not say. But
that means there's a possibility that you could already be cloned.
Yes, there's a possibility. But you know, I know I'm me because my fingernails look the same, and I have dreams.
And also too, y'all need to pay attention to these other celebrities when they're leaving hints. They're leaving clues all over the place. Everybody can't talk. Everybody can't talk because, you know, they got kids or, you know, they made some type of agreement. But pay attention. Everybody who's in this shit or who's in this industry or who has a clone is not evil or malicious. Some people just got born into this shit, like me.
It's not just about copying a person. It's about consciousness transfer, and it started with MK Ultra. And the reason why this is important is because it's a lot of people that are unwillingly participating in this shit, and they don't even know it. It's mind control, and it started with Germany. It started after World War II. All the were, you know, escorted, VIP'd in. All the top scientists and military personnel were harbored in the United States and South America. And also, prior to that, the Nazis went to Antarctica. And a lot of the reason why Admiral Byrd went to Antarctica was because we were in Antarctica. Yes, Warner von Braun, exactly. Props, Aaron Badescu. I don't know if I'm saying his name right, my bad. But Warner von Braun is actually he actually started NASA, I believe. And on Warner von Braun's tombstone, he has a Bible verse that talks about the firmament. So,
in one of those clips, and early on in that clip, he said they didn't start cloning until 1945. Some of those pictures were clearly way before 1945. So y'all let me know if y'all think that some of them was cloned in some of those pictures, and where else did y'all mind take y'all as far as some of the people before that? Are they time travelers? Vampires? Like, y'all gotta go in deep. We gotta question these things now. So y'all let me know, cause that's what I was thinking. Cause that Jay-Z picture looked a little bit older than the 1945. So if that was like say 1930 and they was cloning in 1945, that was 15 years in between that. So what was they doing then to make people be able to still be around now then? If they wasn't cloning until 1945, so 15 years before that, what was they doing and how was they still able to stay around till now? That's my question. I'm curious about that, because, yeah, some of them pictures look way older than the 1945. And B.O.B., legend. He always dropped gems.
There's a theory that Sinners, the whole story about the musician, the kid that was playing the music that attracted all of the demons and all of the vampires, he is based off Robert Johnson. There's a picture of Robert Johnson, boom, and that's him right there. Oh, and his hat was always tilted like that. At the end of the movie, and this is a big spoiler for anybody that hasn't watched it yet, when he goes back to the village he's from and the town he's from, he's playing his guitar in the church, and there's two different end credit scenes. Now, I have a theory for both. In the second last end credit, Stack and Haley's character walk into the bar, and they sit beside the kid. But the kid is now old because this is like way into the future, right? But if you look closely, there's a mirror in front of them. Obviously, Stack and Haley are vampires, so you're not gonna see the reflection in the mirror because vampires. But why was the grown-up kid reflection not showing in the mirror? Because he might have sold his soul to the devil for his music. And there's a slight look at the very end where he looks up.
Yeah.
Now, theory speculates that that was him looking at the devil and deciding to use his music, because the whole dilemma was his father, being a preacher, was telling him, you gotta choose one or the other. You gotta choose if you're with God or you want to keep playing the music, because the music's gonna attract the devil. And him playing his guitar in the church, that's him saying, like, I'm gonna choose music anyway. And when he looks up, people say what he looked up at was the devil himself, where he decided to sell his soul. And that's why later on he became so successful.
So I want to talk about this scene right here.
I am.
Ryan Coogler doesn't introduce Remick like your typical vampire. He doesn't rise from a coffin or creep through shadows. He falls. Literally. The first time we see him, his body appears to be dropping from the sky. The camera doesn't fully confirm it, but the visual language is loud and clear. This is a descent. His skin is burning under the sun, and he crashes violently to the ground. It's not just a dramatic entrance, it's a symbolic one. I think Coogler is tapping into something deeper. This isn't just a vampire arriving, it's a fallen being unleashed. And that's where the myth of the fallen angel comes in. Everything about Remick's introduction mirrors that. He's scorched by the light, weakened, disoriented, stripped of any elegance or power. He's not gliding in like some untouchable threat. He's crawling, wounded, desperate. Just like Lucifer in religious mythology, cast out, punished, and transformed. The sun doesn't just hurt him physically, it judges him. It marks him as unnatural. And Coogler doesn't stop there. He adds vultures circling overhead. Death is coming, and the land already knows. This isn't just a physical fall, it's a moral one. What makes that imagery so effective is how it reshapes the entire narrative. This isn't just a horror movie with a supernatural villain. This is a story about intrusion, about something breaking through where it doesn't belong, about what happens when evil that's been cast out finds a way back in. But here's the twist. Remick doesn't just rise up and start attacking people. He limps his way to the doorstep of a white couple. The husband is a known clan member, but instead of reacting with suspicion, they let him in. Why? Because Remick knows how to perform vulnerability. He's not demanding entry, he's playing the victim. He speaks calmly, flatters their worldview, and presents himself as someone on their side. He positions himself against the Choctaw hunters, he talks about gold, he doesn't come in forcefully, he makes them want to help him. And that's the danger. That's the power of the fallen angel archetype. It's not brute strength, it's manipulation. And it's such a deliberate, powerful choice. Remick isn't storming into town, he's infiltrating it, not with fangs, but with soft eyes and empty hands. That's the horror Coogler's leaning into here. Evil doesn't always scream, sometimes it whispers, it shows up looking wounded, it makes itself familiar, even comforting. It asks to be let in, and people open the door. That's why this introduction is so much more than just a cool shot. It's the blueprint for what the entire film is doing. Sinners isn't just about vampires and blood, it's a parable about how evil re-enters the world, not through force, but through seduction, through sympathy, through the illusion of shared struggle. Because Remick may look broken when he falls, but that's the point. Fallen angels don't lose power, they just learn how to use it differently. They change tactics, they wear pain like a disguise. And the scariest part? It works. I think Coogler's saying something real here, that the most dangerous forces don't always feel like invaders. Sometimes they feel like something you recognize, something that aligns with your fears, your anger, even your sense of justice. And that's why Remick is so terrifying. Not because he shows up as a monster, but because he shows up as someone you're willing to help. And that's the real horror.
Let's talk about the movie Sinners and the actual symbolism behind some of this. And this is not really a spoiler, but it is, but it's not at the same time. But you have to have watched the movie to understand. Obviously, a lot of people talk about why the twins were red and one were blue and the symbolism behind that, but all y'all are wrong. Ryan Coogler literally said at an interview that he chose twins to embody the Nigerian Orisha spirits, the Ibeji twins. Now, the Ibeji twins in Nigeria is very symbolic. And some people believe that twins are supernatural or bad luck or some sort of bad omen. And the Ibeji twins are most depicted wearing red and blue, because some people say that that symbolizes Yemaya, which is the mother of all. She is like a mermaid spirit, Orisha, and Shango, and his color was red. And Ryan Coogler, the man who made this movie, literally stated that in an interview, that is where the concept of the twins came in. Because so many Africans came from West Africa, and the movie is based on a lot of different African Americans. And then another thing that is literally crazy to me is Preacher Boy, you know, the really good dude that grew up in the church at the beginning. He wanted to pursue his dreams with the blues and all that, is giving Robert Johnson. And y'all know I've done several videos about Robert Johnson. He allegedly went to the crossroads in Clarksdale, Mississippi, and sold his soul to the devil. And they said he met up with Papa Legba. And if y'all not familiar with Papa Legba, I have a lot of videos on him, and he is basically the crossroad deity. He is the one that allows you to get to the crossroads to the other side to get to where you want to go. But allegedly, he sold his soul, and that is how he became Robert Johnson, like one of the best blues musicians in the world. He tuned his guitar, and after that, he was phenomenal, because before he was very mediocre. But after he went to the crossroads and made a deal with a man in black, that is how he became who he was. And this is all the things that Robert Johnson said happened. He made songs talking about his experience at the crossroads and how he sold his soul and made his deal. And that's where the Preacher Boy comes in the movie. He grew up in the church. He grew up around all this love and, you know, biblical stuff, and he wanted to be a blues musician to the point he would do anything. And Ryan Coogler said the concept of that ties in with the Robert Johnson and Papa Legba situation with the Preacher Boy, what kind of deals people do in oppressive situations. So basically, people would literally sell their soul, forget their roots, forget everything, just to be on top. And that's where the whole Papa Legba and Robert Johnson come in. So that's literally who Preacher Boy's character was supposed to be. And y'all can look up the interviews. The producer, the man who made the movie, stated that. I've been seeing so many different videos of people and talking about what they think it symbolizes and stuff like that. But no, this is exactly what he stated. This movie have a lot of Nigerian and West African culture, and I love it. But to me, I really enjoyed this movie, but I feel like it was so good that I wanted more. Like, I wanted them to explain more of the Native Americans and how they tied into the movie. Because if you watch the movie, the Native Americans come to the people's house to look for the vampire and all that. And then after that, they just went on and they wasn't featured anymore. I also wanted to know more about the twins before they moved to Chicago. I wanted to know more about that. But I get the movie was already long. There's only so much you can put in a movie. But the movie was really, really good. And I did not know that this was deeply inspired by the Orishas and the Yoruba culture in Nigeria and a lot of Haitian culture as well. But let me know what y'all think about this in the comments and if y'all seen the movie.
Collective, y'all sending hella center clips today. Y'all was interested in that.
So the movie Centers done took me down another rabbit hole. It's like the more I watch this shit, the more shit I find out. So now I heard Andy say the word hate a couple of times. And while I'm first watching the movie, I didn't know what the shit meant. It's a scene where they're all together and she's like, either it's a hate or it's a vampire. And I never even thought about the word hate. I just heard vampire. And again, I went down that rabbit hole. And the word hate, let's just say, matter of fact, look at this. You see what that shit say right there? In the Southern culture, a hate is a term for a ghost or evil spirit. I'm gonna move out the way so y'all can read that. You see that shit right there? Read all that. And if you don't want to read it, you can Google it. Truth of the matter is, the symbolism in that movie was top notch. If you break down scene for scene in that movie, it's something that you can dig out of that scene and you can learn from. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if the movie does better the second week. This shit is crazy, man. When you go back and look at the movie, just look at how strong of a woman Annie was. And again, this is why I say this is a very powerful movie, because spiritually, this movie is gonna open up a lot of doors just from the gems that the movie is dropping. I know you know that this movie is deeper than just vampires. This shit is dropping jewels. This shit is touching spirits. I'm out.
Everyone knows about Epstein's Island, but have you heard about Rothschild's Island? They bought an island right in Antarctica. Their island is completely censored out on Google Maps and you can't see anything. So why do they need an island in Antarctica?
You know what's crazy? We spoke on Epstein Island early on in the channel, and the collective. Shout out to y'all again. Y'all steered me right to the right path. Y'all said, hey bro, did you know that Rothschilds have an island too? Y'all started naming a whole bunch of other islands. So to those who didn't know, why y'all think that they got it censored? Why you think that they only let us know about Epstein Island? Do you think they doing the same shit on the other island? I don't know. Man, it's a whole lot of shit they do on them islands, in my opinion. But again, shout out to the collective. Y'all must have really been interested in the symbolism and centers, because y'all coming with them clips back to back. And I'm glad y'all did this after, it's been out like a month or so. So I appreciate y'all sending it now rather than, like right when it came out. But I can't wait for it to hit like Prime. I want to go see it again, but I'm going to just wait till it come out. I think it's like on the 20th, I think it come out. But yeah, I think it was a dope movie. It was a lot of gems you can pull from.
Why doesn't anyone talk about this? Scientists have just discovered a gigantic ocean 430 miles beneath the Earth's surface. Let me break this down for you. They went down 430 miles in the ocean and found an ocean inside the ocean. Does this mean the Agartha theory is real? Just a quick recap. The Agartha theory is that there is a legendary city said to reside in the Earth's core. Because think about it, how can you find another ocean inside the ocean? Everything you knew about the oceans is wrong. The scientists said that you could take all three of our oceans, Atlantic, Pacific, and the Indian, and put them together, and this new ocean is still 3 times bigger. This is what you're probably thinking. So they got to the bottom of the ocean, and then the water ended, but they then find another ocean. This raises a few questions. How do you go 430 miles beneath the ocean? Does the water stop at some point? And now we get to the craziest part. And if there is water beneath the oceans, could that mean there is land beneath the surface?
She predicted 9/11, the rise of ISIS, and even the 2004 tsunami. Now, Baba Vanga's visions for 2025 are sending chills across the world. Is another global disaster on the horizon? Baba Vanga, the blind mystic from Bulgaria, lost her sight as a child and claimed she gained something far more powerful, the ability to see the future. Until her death in 1996, people from all over the world traveled to hear her chilling prophecies. Many of her predictions came true, and what she saw for 2025 is terrifying. According to Vanga, 2025 will be a year of global collapse. She foresaw massive political unrest, governments falling, new powers rising from the chaos. She spoke of entire nations being wiped out by extreme climate events and global conflict. And perhaps most disturbing, a new form of control emerging. Technology not just monitoring humanity, but enslaving it. Some believe her warnings point to world war, natural disasters, and the loss of human freedom as governments tighten their grip. Others say her visions are already unfolding. We're just too distracted to notice. Is 2025 the breaking point, or the beginning of something even darker? Baba Vanga's predictions have never been ignored. Stay awake, stay questioning, follow for more real messages and hidden truths.
Yeah, watch these 22 stars go and hover over the waters and then congregate over the Para Mount. Para means what? Means breath. Breath means what? Well, breath means spirit, and it hovered over the waters in Genesis. So we have, count them, 22 stars, Mount, Paranormal Mountain. What could be the Paranormal Mountain? Well, I'll tell you what, it's Mount Hermon. What's crazy is, in the book of Enoch, 200 angels fell on Mount Hermon and congregated, and there was 22 leaders that were named. Enoch chapter 6, and you can pause and read, but 200 angels, 22 of those were named, and these are all the angels that fell down and congregated at Mount Hermon to talk about how they were going to basically take over the world with unrighteousness. I'm not going to leave you guys hanging. I'll give you the opportunity to pause and read all of this, because in Enoch chapter 6 through 10, there's some interesting things that I personally feel like speak to what's going on right now. And when it comes to stars, Revelation 9 talks about a star fell from heaven and he was given the key to the bottomless pit. And Revelation 9:11 talks about Apollyon. Mount Hermon means the mountain of the chief. What chief? Could it be that chief star that looked like lightning falling from heaven? Hey, Yeshua saw it. It's so funny that stars, falling stars, are referred to as angels, and angels referred to as stars. And you got this paramount with 22 of these named stars, and the name Hermon meaning devoted to destruction, and in German it means soldier. So this is the mountain of the chief, where 22 soldiers met to talk about destruction. And it's so weird that celebrities are called stars. And there's the Hollywood Walk of Fame with all of these stars that are named. I'm wondering if these fallen angels have inhabited bodies and taken over to bring more destruction to the earth, because it seems that Hollywood and the music industry, they all promote unrighteousness and ungodliness, and it's like they're trying to spread it across the world. And if this paramount is paying homage to this situation that happened in the book of Enoch, well, then that would have to mean that they know exactly what they are doing, and they're doing it on purpose. This is just the tip of the iceberg, because every 22 of these leader angels that are named, their names have meanings. They lead the 200 fallen angels that bring unrighteousness to the world. All the evil, the freaking magic, and all this crazy stuff that's going on. Superb owl, rituals, and all this creepy Masonic ritual. Oh, did you know that Mount Hermon is actually on the 33-degree north longitude? 33. Oh, and 1/3 of the angels fell with Lucifer, and 1/3 out of 100% just so happens to be 33.33%. This is just to get you started. Start going down this rabbit hole. Find out for yourself. Look, they know what they're doing. They're paying homage to these fallen angels because, hey, they might just be the fallen angels. So next time you see a falling star, don't wish upon it.
Might just be. We know they is.
In 1984, the CIA sent a psychic back in time to talk to Martians. This is not code language. The CIA sent psychics back in time to talk to Martians because the CIA had time-traveling spacefaring psychics. They used a psychic, known as a remote viewer, to focus their mind on a location and a time and describe what they saw. The transcript of what that person witnessed on Mars 1,000,000 years ago was part of a large document dump. While the papers don't explain why the CIA wanted to see what Mars looked like 1,000,000 years ago, they do show that the psychic saw civilization. The remote viewer, whose name is redacted, said,
I kind of got an oblique view of a pyramid or pyramid form. It's very high. It's kind of sitting in a large depressed area. I'm tracking severe clouds, more like dust storms. I'm looking at an after effect of a major geologic problem. I just keep seeing very large people. They appear thin and tall, but they're very large, wearing some kind of clothes. Deep inside of a cavern, not of a cavern, more like a canyon. I'm looking up the sides of a steep wall that seem to go on forever, and there's like a structure. It's like the wall of the canyon has been carved. Again, I'm getting a very large structures, huge sections of smooth stone. They have appears to be the very end of a very large road, and there's a marker thing that's very large. Keep getting Washington Monument overlay. It's like an obelisk. See pyramids. They're huge. It's filtered from storms or something. They're like shelters from storms, different chambers, but they're almost stripped of any kind of furnishings or anything. It's like, strictly a functional place for sleeping, or that's not a good word, hibernations, some form. I get real raw inputs, storms, savage storm, and sleeping through storms. They're ancient people. They're dying. It's past their time or age. They're very philosophic about it. They're just looking for a way to survive, and they just can't. There evidently was a group or party of them that went to find a new place to live. It's like I'm getting all kinds of overwhelming input of the corruption of their environment. It's failing very rapidly, and this group went somewhere, like a long way to find another place to live.
Perhaps this means that the ancient people somehow made their way to Earth. The strangest part of it all, when the psychic was told what to think about and when, they weren't directly instructed to envision Mars 1 million years ago. Instead, they were given a sealed envelope that held a card that read, "The planet Mars. Time of interest approximately 1 million years BC." Idea what the card said? This is what the psychic saw after just holding that sealed envelope.
When I hear stories like this, look, I think of the clip we saw early on. And I remember seeing it in like 2012 or so. And the alien's tied up. And he's saying that he's from a world years ahead of us. But he says time didn't exist because we destructed Earth. So we had to take off and find somewhere else to stay. When we go find somewhere else to stay, we end up evolving into that alien species. That alien species is trying to come back in time to fix what needs to be fixed so we don't destruct here, which kind of is a weird story because it's almost like they're from the future but trying to fix our past, and we're in the present and we can see them from our future, see ourselves in the future. It's weird. Twisted shit, but they say truth is stranger than fiction. And like I said, some people are gonna be closed-minded and shut off to it. Some people are gonna be open-minded. Some people remember this clip. Some people have seen this clip on their own time. It makes me wonder about what he's talking about right there. Is that the same story? Just timelines was off? I don't know, but that's what it reminds me of.
Now this is scary. If this is true, it means that much of what we've been taught about humanity is a lie. The oldest records indicate that the first civilization was the ancient Sumerians, who existed over 6,000 years ago, even predating the Egyptians. They lived in Mesopotamia, which is now modern-day Iraq, Iran, Kuwait, Syria, and Turkey. The Sumerians, who referred to themselves as black-headed people, are said to have worshipped the Anunnaki, a highly advanced alien race. For their time, they had an extraordinary understanding of the universe, as evidenced by their accurate drawings of the solar system. The Sumerians made groundbreaking inventions like the wheel, the alphabet, and the calendar we use today. They also developed irrigation systems and methods for measuring time. Many believe that the Anunnaki gave them this knowledge, challenging modern historical explanations. The stories from their ancient tablets align with religious texts from around the world. For example, the Epic of Gilgamesh mentions a great flood, a story that is echoed in cultures across the globe. What was once thought of as myth is now believed by scientists to be evidence of a global flood. If this is true, what other information in the Sumerian tablets could be real?
I know y'all don't like him.
Have you ever wondered what's really behind a mirror? There is a theory that mirrors not only reflect your image, but are portals to another dimension. A dimension inhabited by entities that imitate our behavior, waiting for the perfect moment to cross. This theory was born in the 1960s, when a group called the Reverb Project conducted secret experiments with mirrors. Leaked reports say that during testing, the reflections began to move independently, even when the people were no longer there. It's said that if you stare into a mirror in complete darkness for more than 3 minutes, you might notice something strange. Your reflection might blink out of sync, or even smile at you, even if you don't. For this reason, many warn, never have two mirrors facing each other in a room. That infinite hallway you see could be the door these entities need to cross. Now tell me, do you dare to look at your mirror tonight? But be careful. You might not be the only one watching. Follow me on Carson Mysteries.
Now this video was posted 3 years ago. Now I'm not gonna say what I really want to say because TikTok will take me down for integrity and authenticity. But all I'm gonna say is, it's not a coincidence.
The Pentagon is using high-altitude balloons to conduct surveillance tests in the Midwestern states of South Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, Wisconsin, Missouri, and Illinois, according to documents from the Federal Communication Commission. The Guardian reports the surveillance balloons are carrying small satellite-like vehicles with synthetic aperture radars, sensors, and communications equipment. The surveillance balloons travel at altitudes of up to 65,000 feet and are used to track vehicles via the synthetic radars in all kinds of weather. The Guardian reports that the balloons use an advanced mesh networking technologies, which allows them to share data and communicate with one another.
The thing with, it's not that we believe everything, it's that we question everything. We already seen the Denver airport. It's too much shit to not question. And because we question, we get labeled behind questioning. Ain't that crazy? It sounds like to me, people try and make us something, sheep. And we not sheep. We like, I can't use certain language on here. We're gonna follow YouTube guidelines. And we like forget that, bro. We gonna be we stepping out of the herd. We gotta go do our own thing. Y'all doing some wild ass shit and there's so much going on out here. The trees are growing. We trying to go see more land. We trying to go expand and grow and be creative, and y'all want us to do y'all work. The work that y'all want don't even make sense. Ain't even needed if we be honest. All the shit that we gotta do. Let's be honest. People, it is what it is, man. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts. Spam it up. Is that too far of a reach?
I will admit, as a friend of Ye, that I thought he was completely paranoid and crazy when he kept telling me that everyone around him was an op. He used to say, this person's an op, this person's an op. Like, you know, like as if he was accusing them all of being feds. He even at one point questioned me when I was asking him questions and everything was coming down. He's like, are you an op? I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't know anybody in Hollywood. Obviously, I'm not an op. And I thought these were just, again, paranoid delusions. But now I have a very different perspective on this. I have an understanding of what Kanye went through to get out, right? To basically sell everything, give his designs, end his marriage. Because when you leave a cult, of course, it's not easy. They try to destroy you. They try to Sigmund Freud you. They try to gaslight you. They try to call you crazy, express concern, fake friends. They even put pressure on your family. Oh man, you just need some rest. You're just going crazy. Hey, you know what? I'm your friend. I've always been your friend. We don't want this to happen to you. And then when you say, no, I'm done with this, then come all of the headlines. Then come the headlines about Hailey Bieber spending all of Justin's money. Why did he sell his catalog? Is he going to go broke? Friends are concerned. They're concerned because he's unfollowing people. Oh my God, he must be having a mental breakdown. Look, guys, it is clear that Justin Bieber wants out. He probably can't even speak out.
So the day after CERN starts up this particle accelerator, the Georgia Guidestones gets. So what are the Georgia Guidestones exactly? These are the Georgia Guidestones. They're 20 feet tall and weigh roughly about 20 tons each. In total, that's almost 240,000 pounds. Here's a diagram giving more details. There are basically commandments written by an unknown person in all of the major languages today in an event that apocalyptic or catastrophic event happens. And at the top, there's a message written in the 4 major ancient scripts. For the longest time, nobody knew whose idea this was and who was funding it, but they went by the pseudonym R.C. Krishna. These stones were placed so strategically that they align with celestial events in the sky. The capstone at the top is aligned with the North Star. The stones also served as an astrological calendar, using this peephole here. Every day at noon, the sun would shine a light through this hole here. That lets you know this wasn't designed by just anybody. Follow for part 2.
And they blew that shit up, bro. Typical.
There are people living inside of the Earth. It's true. New information from NASA states that there is a large ocean beneath the Earth's crust, after scientists detected movement below the surface. Around 500 miles below, a large supply of water has been found stored in a rock named ringwoodite. But it gets even crazier. Scientists say that this rock is so huge that it contains 3 times the amount of water on the Earth's surface. This causes many to believe that there is more down there than we originally thought, possibly even civilizations. While the news of this discovery was over 10 years ago, it was never talked about. Is the government hiding this information from us? What do you think?
Like I always say, if they was to tell us the truth, there's gonna be some of us who's gonna be like able to handle it, and able to adapt, and able to be free. And there's gonna be some people who are gonna freak out because they only used to being told what to do. And then there's gonna be some people who freak out because they're so enraged that they've been lied to their whole life. And they're gonna be mad too because there's gonna be some people like us who maybe either told them or maybe just put it out there and they came across it of us saying what we were saying about what could happen, what's really reality. And they're gonna be mad that they was wrong. And they're gonna be feeling like they've been effed over their whole life. And they're gonna be enraged. It's gonna be a whole bunch of different people feeling different emotions, and that's what's gonna be kind of scary. If they was ever say, it's a flat plane, there's land past the ice walls, we can't get out, it's a firmament, there's an inner earth, there's a Gartha, there's other being, people with, bro, it's gonna be so many different emotions, and humans gonna be humans. That's the best way I could put it. That's the best way I could put it, but we need the truth out, but humans is gonna be humans.
What would you say is the most disturbing thing you've seen while hacking?
Well, hacking overall, or are you talking about just in child crimes and trafficking?
I guess maybe on the dark web.
I mean, I would say the most disturbing would have to be, you know what, it's better for me to just stay on the one topic. So yeah. I'll say the worst things will probably be, you know, I don't want to go into detail about these things. It's like the horrible conversations or videos or just, here's one I can tell you about. So, you know, a story that I heard from somebody else about somebody paying to watch a live stream of a baby getting their skull stomped on and crushed, you know, while the baby was alive, of course, and people paying to watch that live stream on a website, which I don't think it was a dark website. It was just a live stream. But yeah, I mean that one, for whatever reason, although not related to crimes, was just as disturbing, if not more, to me than most. So
that was on the clear web.
It was a protocol on the clear web. Yeah.
Man, y'all remember we went down that dark web? Oh.
Have you seen that one theory that Benjamin Franklin might have been like a serial? What? Yeah, so back in 1776, I guess he lived in London at this one house, and then he moved back to America or whatever. And during 1998, they wanted to make the house into like a museum. So while they're renovating the place and they, you know, they're digging it up, like they go underneath it, bro, they find pretty much like a room with no windows in it with 15 skeletons inside of it.
What the?
And children skeletons.
Oh, what the?
So hell of people have theorized that he might have been. Yeah, and he killed other people and hid their bodies underneath his house.
Yo,
he was damn near like Jack.
Saying, bro, on the low.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait, Benjamin Franklin, was he the guy who did the kite shit?
Yes, he's on the $100 bill.
Oh my god, wait, the guy who did the kite is the $100 bill?
Yeah.
How the bear? And he's a
yeah.
Do you see what we're doing here in America?
Do you see what? You know, I'm not gonna be closed-minded to that idea. I feel like that with Antarctica. I feel like that with the North Pole. I feel like that with what we heard about Shasta, this Mount Shasta, and I feel like that with the Grand Canyon. Those just a few, because there's other places too, but that's just a few. Hey, I appreciate y'all, for real, for real. Today's lineup was fire. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all collective. Thank you again. Y'all know, if y'all made it to the end of this, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7. And this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps collective grow, helps collective get.
Hello everyone.
and welcome to this special compilation. Life is full of unexpected moments, and sometimes the line between life and death is as thin as a blink of an eye. Let's take a look back at some incredible moments of the luckiest people. Let's get started. These videos might make you look up more often when you go outside. A reminder to always stay vigilant. You never know how close you are to danger. This video can show you just how sharp the senses of wild animals can be. Whoa. A child in Fujian, China miraculously escaped death after dodging all the bricks falling from the 5th floor of a building. This serves as a reminder to ensure safety when working on high-rise construction. The little girl was blessed. The little boy's reflexes are amazing. This is also a reminder to keep an eye on your kids. A rare event took place in Neftekamsk, Russia, on December 17, 2024. Large chunks of snow fell around an elderly woman sitting outside her home, destroying her chair, but she remained miraculously unharmed. His life just flashed before his eyes. Sometimes just looking up isn't enough. You might want to watch your step too. On February 17, a woman unexpectedly fell into a manhole due to an improperly closed cover in Peru. Fortunately, the manhole was not deep, so she only suffered minor injuries. Surveillance video shows the formation of a sinkhole in North Philadelphia on December 29th. A terrifying moment when a car was swallowed in Taiwan on February 27th. Luckily, no one was inside the car. A giant rock rolled down a mountain, causing serious damage to people's property. Fortunately, there were no casualties. How dangerous can a truck tire be? These upcoming videos will be proof of its terrifying power. On December 1, 2024, a truck tire explosion shattered the iron gauge of a weighing station in Zhejiang province. Luckily, the girl was sitting in a safe spot. The auto repair industry and its hidden dangers. Always appreciate those workers, because the risks they face daily are beyond what you might imagine.
Pero me gusta, me encanta, me apasiona lo que hago. Me apasiona lo que hago. Además es lo que nos da de comer a mí y a mi familia.
The terrifying power of a truck tire. That's why you should always be on guard against these bombs that can explode unexpectedly. A gas explosion occurred in Guangdong on January 31st, 2025, launching a car into the air and severely damaging several others nearby. Fortunately, there were no casualties. Initial reports suggest fireworks were the cause. An employee accidentally threw a compressed airbag into a fireplace, causing it to explode at an auto repair shop in Diyarbakir, Turkey on March 5th. On February 1st, a garbage collector in Whitehall narrowly escaped injury when a discarded oxygen tank exploded in his garbage truck. He was unharmed, but the incident is a strong reminder of the importance of proper waste sorting. It was truly fortunate that the gas cylinder landed in a perfect position, preventing any injuries. A cement tanker unexpectedly overturned near Hangzhou Metro Station on January 7, 2025, causing minor injuries to several people. Now, let's start the traffic safety lesson. The accident happened in Bangkok, Taiwan on February 15th. Luckily, everyone escaped death in a split second. He may have used up all his luck in this moment. The fear of large trucks was just triggered. Sometimes being just a few seconds faster can completely change your life. Smoking is harmful to your health, but it seems like this time, it saved his life. Luck was on his side today. Lucky customer in Credo, Brazil on January 6th. A reminder to always engage your handbrake. Fortunately, no one was hurt in this incident.
Run.
I was wondering, some of these people does not look when they're freaking driving.
The luckiest people in Guangdong on 29 December 2024.
Alo, Lisa, Alan.
Oh shit.
Do you trust your driving skills enough to avoid this? The serious accident almost occurred on January 27th in Chapecó, Brazil. But fortunately, the driver remained calm enough to safely control the brake-failed vehicle.
Okay, I am going to head out for the night. What the hell is that in the sky? Oh, that's not the sky. That's the glass. Okay. Amadeus, thank you so much for stopping by. I always appreciate it. Thank you. I'll see you. See you tomorrow. Oh, damn.
The driver's incredible
yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night.
Created this crazy
Peace.
moment.